So, please also reach out to your allies about this test. We look forward for you sharing your difference. And I really hope you.
Again, I asked my two last students coming from where and perfect. So, yeah, you can already show the question for today. How many section websites which are linked to easterngermany.org
Must be 5, I think 5.
4 or 5?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
3 websites in the whole of Germany.
5, 4?
Yeah. Please raise your vote now.
Microphone is on the way. Tak cię pociągniecie.
Like really right?
Nie, to jest tak. Mijn vaste filosofie. Ik heb gemerkt.
This is high. Like some SQL.
Ja, rond een podium steckt mit ist voice. Okay, ich schicke das mal. Ja. Und dann hat er dann so verstanden.
The right answer will get beer from my side.
Okay, alright.
Könnte kurz zeigen, was das ist. Weil die Leute haben nicht verstanden, was ich warte, aber das Mikrofon, ich warte ja auf das Mikrofon. Ja.
And now put in there 5 websites. Oh, it doesn't add up, so you have to at least decide the start and go with 5. So
Like if we're really proper writing dates.
Yeah.
I couldn't have you.
So again, put this down to the website. These phrases really like this. Okay. Then keep the lower. Perfect. Then put things down 4. These phrases. That's 6. Okay, 6. Okay, thank you. And again, like two things in section 5, this will Okay, perfect. Yeah, fine. And the solution is actually 5 sections. So maybe time now to talk with the achievement figure something out.
Should I take it?
If it's not bothering them.
We need to talk about the agenda again because if you remember, we had something to go on today, yesterday. There's a situation today. And I would suggest. So, first of all, we changed the budget communication to financial audit on request. And it's for 10 to 15 minutes. And if you're still we have 10 minutes left, we could extend the open space by 10 minutes. We could also then use it as a buffer, like if anything takes longer. But yeah, that.
Section, or do you have any other proposals for the agenda?
If you can switch the views, this is presented plus speaker, this is presented plus audience, presentation, this is speaker, this is speaker,
Okay, so
presentation, presentation speaker, and this is break. So like that people see
it's you.
again the message.
Alright, good morning everyone. I'm Catherine, English Manager in Germany, but I'm also the head of the program for Spring Break. Next slide. Oh yeah, it's going to be animation. That's what we're going for. Who knows what Spring Break is? Wonderful. Who is going to Spring Break? Even better. So I would like to give you an update on the status of the event, so that you can also ask later on the questions that you have, and to give your Spring Break is a little bit different. Okay? So let's just have a look with the preparation of the Spring Break. We have 4 teams. Anyways, I'm the head of the program, and I have 7 different people helping me. There's head of finance, Calvin from management, and we have 1 person who's helping to with the finance. There's head of implementation who is staff from the Stanford, and the head of public communication is VM from ESS Bank, and there's people who are helping me. Okay, so since I'm the head of the program, I can answer all the questions related to the program. But I will tell you what you should expect. Next slide. Yeah, it's going to look. Yeah, good. So, for those who are arriving on Thursday, from 8 p.m. on, you have Christmas markets in karaoke. You will be able to go to Christmas markets yourself. We're going to provide you with a Christmas market guide on what you can do in Christmas markets. And karaoke place is going to be only for us. It's a bit limited on the number of spots. So it would be nice if you would let us know that you want to come. And we have the whole place until the open end. Friday, we're having the opening ceremony in the second half of the day. During the day, you will have city tours, which you will sign up for around like 3 weeks before the 2-3 weeks before the event, so that you don't forget what you see before these. The opening ceremony is going to happen at the same place where it was last year. For those who went there last year, it will be in the Technical University of Berlin. But it's going to be a different format. So we're trying to do it more engaging so that students are not going to sleep but will be activating. And then in the social program we have Irgendwann Rundfahrt, which basically means, don't put this in the name, Irgendwann Saufen, but that's not me. This is why it's Irgendwann Rundfahrt, which is basically hop on, hop off in the train on the Circle Line in Berlin. Nico, is going to be responsible for this, so if you have questions about the organization of that part, ask me. And we'll send you with the survival guide or later on the alternatives that you can use for the alternative program. On Saturday, we have a flag parade from 1:30 to 3:30. The route is going to be a little bit changed due to the constructions compared to last year. We're trying to have a second music car because we felt like last year it was not enough. We'll have an ambulance with us this year, and so from 9:30 on, there will be alternative program. Alternative program is happening in the same place where the club is, but you'll see the club. It's a very big area and it will be separated completely. So this is why the people who are going to go to alternative program should come earlier so that we don't have to figure out who's who. And the alternative program will finish earlier. The alternative program, we're trying to set up early. It's a bit hard because we're going to play Mafia, which is a werewolf, but it's different. And from 10 on until 5, we're going to have a party. Next slide. Party! Let's go. So this year we have a different club. We're not going to be at the Nomad as last year. We're not going to have 2 clubs. We have 1 club, which is called Aiden Club. It's closer. It's in the Berlin area of Berlin. It's very reachable. It's like 10 minutes away from U-Bahn. So it's super easy. No one needs to take a taxi. And it's also close from the hostels. There will be 3 floors, main floors. This is the one main floor where they're going to play techno. There is the second floor where they're going to play EDM, house, kind of style of music. There is an outside area. There is a garden outside area as well, which is going to be heated during the event. This is also the outside area. So it's like super elaborate. We'll provide you with a map. So there will be a map so that your students will not get lost, and we will also make sure that you put the signs so that they know where they can get water, because there is a special tap where they can get water from. You can see that during where the alternative program is going to happen, but like it's a separate part of the park. Next slide. Innovation. Next slide. So there will be 3 hostels this year. It's A&O Meter, which was last year as well, and the Uranium Meter and Alex. Next slide. I don't know much about accommodation, but I can tell you the distribution list will be only sent 2 weeks prior to the event. In case you have questions, please reach out to info@PferdiNAnd. Next slide. Finance. So what's happening, what you should be aware of. So we so far sold out 1,260 tickets, and there, up until the time of the reservation, which was Thursday, 30 tickets for 3 nights package are left, but there are also still culture packages. In case you still, so in case you are not able to sell all the tickets, please contact finances at the club day. And if there are multiple sections that can't sell all the tickets, then we can organize the reselling on sections option. Otherwise, just reach out to me during the event or to Paula so that we can help you with this part. And main info that you should be aware of. So museums are not included this year. It was a very big mess last year, and we will not do from that. So in the survival guide, we do have all the tickets that we can. And the organizers so that you know there's no hassle about it. And the program is happening in the same place as the party, as I said, they're separated. Alternative program on Thursday and Friday will be shared with the market, and there will be a flag parade as I say, and the opening ceremony will be on the live stream, so we're going to try to have a live stream because we'll have a European Parliament and the opening ceremony. And the person, the representative of data that was yesterday as well. And there will be international guest invitation. Also, whatever comes to food, we are looking for 1 listener who will take part in the opening ceremony and the panel discussion about their Erasmus. So please, if you would like to take part in this, I was already taking part in that. Please come to me because we really want this. We're going to have phone before that. It's going to be very easy. We're just going to ask you about your Erasmus, how it influenced your life, and this kind of stuff. But the panel discussion will be going to be a seniors and 2 Erasmus students who will be completing a model. So please,
Q&A should be open already. You can already insert your questions. Someone from the internet, they're up here and like making what they do. Yeah, it's really so any questions? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, for reason, how many people did
How many students in the class? So in total, the capacity of the class is 1,500, around that. So each floor would be for like 450, 500. I don't know what floor per school.
Thank you very much for that.
I think people are still typing.
I mean,
Is anyone still typing? Yes. Any questions? The size of the OC is smaller than last year. What's that about?
if I'm being honest, I don't know who was exactly selecting the OC, so I can't really say if it was on purpose or not. I don't know if all of us were all of that. Do you know anything about that?
I got the OC like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was already, but I was already there. So I feel.
Yeah, but actually I was in the last year's OC and that was a bit too big, so it was decided to make it smaller, so have like really a group of people focusing, organizing, and then fill it up to help us really out of the work and like okay, do this when nobody is doing that.
Next question is from Mohammed from Isidore. Is there okay in one place? When do we need to register?
Where? So we're going to discuss in the next call with the project team exactly what this because we probably thought it maybe makes sense to have it more for ESMers and for international students. And then once you're going to have the all the sections with like with OC, then they're going to let you know about it. But this other bit related to the program and the registration is going to be more or less 2 3 weeks to the event because we want you to also have the fresh memories about what you signed up for. Does this answer your question?
Next question is from Martin from ESM. How much capacity does the karaoke place have?
So the karaoke place has a capacity of like 150 people. At max 200 if you want to be squishy. This is why we want, to actually people who want to go to be there. That's why we thought maybe it should be like ESNers.
Okay, just as information for people writing questions, please state your first and last name. Thank you. Next question is from Michelle in Braunschweig. Can you explain a bit more how the redistribution process for the tickets works? Maybe just raise your hand whenever you
What do you mean by redistribution of tickets?
You said that if a section does not sell enough tickets, they can come back to you, and then how do you handle that? Or how does that work?
This is the question from the finance team. It was when there was an email in the finance program because this is what they're taking care of. I said that you can come to us in case you have questions about finance.
Next question is from Ludish. About the club outside area, if it's raining, that will be an option, right? How much would that lower the club capacity?
It's not going to lower the club capacity because there is no music outside. So the outside area is going to be like a chill zone where people need fresh air, but there's also an outside air which is covered. And also they told us that in case they can also provide with the tent that they can cover this outside with the roof
Yes.
Next question is from June is in Hannover. Can you explain more about the Ringbahn club? How many people can join?
Right. So it's open because this is what we're organizing at PSM Berlin. This is when Nico is going to organize it with, I don't know where she is, Victoria. She's the pro on this topic. So the idea is that you're not going to start from the same station because we don't want 500 people to be at the same station. This is why we're going to start from different parts. And you're going to, and I don't know where to actually end. But the idea is that we don't overload the trains, but we're just starting from the small points. So we can talk to Nico and Victoria more about it as that is going to be here because this is their responsibility.
As a comment, I'm not part of the Victoria is in Berlin. I am not part of the embassy. I'm just helping. I don't take responsibility.
I've already started with some questions by mistake. So if you post a question and then you don't see it being asked, maybe type it again. No one is deleting them. It's a technical mistake. Next question is from PferdiNAnd. Where were the things excluded from the program? What was the feedback about it?
So the feedback about the museums from last year was that it was not only very messy and stressful for the OC, but also for the sections. Because when we organize and when we contact the museum, we expect people to be there on time. And then there were cases where sections mixed up the museums and didn't show up at the same time, they would not show up at all. Which means that in case it was like where it was included in the price, and of course the museum would ask from us and not from the sections to be responsible for this, which we really want to be. And then also what it meant for the OC, or like for the part that was responsible for it, they had to be always on the phone, because the section always called them. So we thought it would be much easier and more comfortable for sections themselves to choose which museums they want to go, if they want to have like a paid museum or free museums, because there are many of them in Berlin. And then they also will be sure that they can go to this museum and they will have a tour guide or they will have great time.
The next question is from Mohammed from ESN.com. So is there going to be an alternative venue if there's more than 150 people? People from where or here interested or is it first come, first served?
So the thing is that I originally wanted to have as program on the Christmas market. But then we thought the problem is that we would like have karaoke, and the place that we go to is the biggest place, which we could go to Berlin for like a fun trip. And this is why we're talking with the program team about exactly what to do with the registration. Because as I replied before, that like we're doing this very just for year centers, but also because of first day, not all the sections are the first day, the sections are the 5 day. So it's like it's not, I can't give you 100% answer yet. But if you reach out to me in 2 weeks, I'll give you this.
The next question is from Ludish. There has been the feedback in past years that internationals do not want to check out and that first article said, why is there not a more commercial option?
Yeah, I forgot to say, sorry. So then there's the first floor, and the first floor is going to become 52,000. The whole night.
Okay, good.
Next question is from ESN Düsseldorf. Why the decision to change the party from the regular big class? I understood that one of the attractive highlights to sell the tickets.
So Aiden is also one of the best second clubs in Berlin. Second thing, I normally just did not get back to funds. They did not get funds.
Next question is from ESN Hamburg. How come you wrote the Ringbahn Rundfahrt and that it includes alcohol without mentioning it in your document?
You say that there will be covered. Great. You're highlighting, you're focusing on the cultural aspect of the event and not on the alcohol. That does not seem fair.
comment or view. In this case, it's like I should highlight the cultural part of it and the fun without centering towards the alcohol intake or actions that would happen there. Therefore, use words that avoid using the alcohol, but the ones that highlight other parts of it. That's it.
There will be description of survival.
Is anyone still typing or is retyping the question? No? Is that a question? I would propose to close the speakers just then. Are there any objections? No. Okay. So, now we come to the financial organization.
Alright, so that's a bit of my topic.
I cannot listen to it. I don't know.
You may ask yourself, why are we doing financial on my well, we haven't started the board of that time yet. So, and there was no financial audit done during that time because there wasn't a financial auditor. And so, during my start of the mandate, I started with this audit and already the second one as well. Alright, so first of all, what did we do? There's a bunch of things we checked during the financial audit. For example, the financial decisions that were made during that time, the bank transactions, whether all transactions had invoices, everything was paid, whether the expenses were within the budget limits, and whether the board decisions were made for expenses outside the budget, which is like really important, and check whether inventory movements were documented accordingly. Just to quickly refresh your mind, who was the board during that time and who are we going to vote tomorrow to discharge or not? Most of you, like a few of you might not know these people anymore. Yeah, but these were the people during that time. And okay, let's get to the findings. So what did we find? You will see that we are going really into detail. This is just to give you an overview of what happened during that time. All the red numbers you will see at the end summarized will give you like a general overview of how they manage their finances, and this should give you like incentive on how to vote in the end, whether to discharge or not. Alright, so there are going to be a few points. For example, there were MBs ordered, and only half of the expenses were paid by the MD themselves. This wasn't accounted for in the budget of that time, so this is a red flag. Then we had famous Schlapporder, which didn't go as well either. So a big part was sold, but there are still a few missing. I actually found out that there are still a few in Cologne, which is great. The young people decided what to do with them. Then we had IG Coimbra, where one of the invoices was not paid. We had the training days, where drinks were bought. There was also money collected apparently, as I heard, during the event, but this still leaves a bunch of drinks that had to be paid by the MD themselves, which wasn't accounted for in the budget, which didn't even exist for training days. Then we had the EGM hoodie order for Bucharest. Here as well, only half of them were sold. Currently, we have 14 hoodies remaining in stock with the MB. There might have been some sold during the EGM in Seville. I didn't check that yet, but how many were sold there, but still there's a huge gap of hoodies that just went missing. Then we have patches, which were like a really huge problem, and I'm really happy to hear that the current MB is not going to do patches anymore. Thank you for that. Because they just go missing everywhere. So as you see, EGM patches 5 went missing, we had main patches that went missing, around, I don't really understand which patches these were, so I just marked them as minus. Then we had, last but not least, the alumni support, where DNB handled his request to the alumni. Yeah.
You go a little bit slower because sometimes not
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to show you with this, we don't have to really go into detail with these points, just to see that things happened and what the amount is that it's summarized. But if you have questions, feel free to start with. Alright, yeah, alumni support. So, yeah, the DNB requested at that time a few reimbursements or a few support from the alumni, and yeah, I talked with them, with both sides, and apparently the DNB at that time didn't fill in some documents why this money of in total 1,500 euros was not paid. Yeah, there was like a lot more stuff, small issues with invoice numbers not matching, with like a lot of small mistakes as well, which we already presented during the cash audits of that time. But nevertheless, these are like the big mistakes that were made during that time. Just to summarize it, in total we had like a loss, worst case loss, just to state it, because some woodies or patches might have been sold during last NAs as well, which I didn't account for here. Nevertheless, there's a bit of money that was mishandled during that time, which you have to consider when you decide on discharging them or not. Alright, let's get to your options. So, what's happening next? Tomorrow we're going to vote on this. I draw up 3 options for you. So, on the one hand side, you can say, hey, we're going to discharge them, the whole board, or like single members of the board. This means that the board is going to be released. The scope of the release is limited to the transactions and actions known by you. So this means the things which DNB did that we can't follow up anymore because they are not documented anywhere, we can't release them on those points. We can only release them on things that I presented to you here, that were presented during cash audits, but not on things that they didn't tell us. Exactly, and this would remove the right of us to follow up with any legal actions of indirect damages. We could also not discharge them, and there are 2 options drawn up here. The one would be the board will follow up with legal actions, so the board will stay not discharged, and the association will follow up with legal claims against the previous MD. Here we approach the VSEE, which is like a support structure for eingetragene Vereine like us, who help with legal questions, financial questions, and so on. They have like really experts sitting in their boards and so on. So we asked them, well, these things happened with us. What would be the best ways to deal with this? And their response was really long, and I just put here 2 passages from their answer. If you want to hear more from their answer, feel free to approach me. So that on the one hand, they said claims for damages by the association against board members is always associated with inconsiderable uncertainties. So this means that on the one hand side, there's a lot of work that has to be put in there, and on the other hand, it is not sure whether we will be successful with it. And the second point I wanted to mention is the board members working on an honorary basis, which means they don't have money, like we all, are only liable for damages if their conduct and breach of duty leading to the damages is deemed to be intentional or grossly negligent. And this is like a really hard point to prove in front of court, that these damages which I showed you were made intentionally by the previous MD. And the third option, which is like, let it be as it is, would be don't follow up with any legal consequences. The board will say not discharged, although there is a statute of limitations for these legal actions we could take. And this is 2 years from today, because today we informed you of these damages, or 5 years from the start date of the act of the causing damage, which would be in 2027 as well. No, in 2027. Yeah. Yeah, so these are your options, and tomorrow you can decide what you want to do with that. And I think this was my last slide. Yeah. All right, question time.
There's a comment back there.
Yeah, comment because I, for
Name
myself,
and section.
Severin Mesa, sorry. I, for myself, in the not discharging option, find it didn't come through well enough. But like from the legal aspect, it's not only the breach of duty, but it's like grave breach of duty. Yeah? So the legal terminology we are talking of is Vorsatz oder grobe Fahrlässigkeit. Yeah? And to have this in evidence will be really hard because, like as Henry already stated with the patches, I mean, a patch can slide through somewhere, yeah? And to see that this is grob fahrlässig, I can't share this point of view.
Another comment.
Yeah, if I can direct comment, yes. So patches, okay, yes. Exploration, yes, everybody. Right, basically the half of the queries went missing. That's not the pink small, not the small pink rules or the schlag.
Yes.
So sorry, yeah. Severin Mesa, I moved. If we look at the paragraph in question, it's 31a BGB. It clearly states that it's like up to a payment of 840 euros per month if the people get compensated with that, and we have no compensation, what we're talking about, they wouldn't be liable. So why does the law make this line? Yeah? And then now if you calculate it, okay, we have a minus of 3,500 roughly.
Yep.
We have how many board members in the MD? Like 8? Yeah. So 8 times 840. I don't know if someone is quick in math, but I come like until like 6,000 something.
Yeah.
Ish. So we are not talking about like 6,000. We're talking about like 3,500. And the red tail that comes with it, going to court processes and whatever, is a cost, yeah, which exceeds very fast. Yeah. I mean, you still can go to the Amtsgericht and not to the Landgericht because the Streitwert is less than 5,000 euros. But you know, a lawyer wouldn't open his computer for that.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to continue with the questions. Mohammed from ESN Dortmund asked that if you have a good reason behind some alleged mishandling, why do you recommend discharge and not no discharge without immediate legal action?
Like, I don't see, to answer that, we did that already once with court, but like, I don't see any reason in doing discharge, really, because like, you just like, have it done, not discharge, and it doesn't make a difference. Yeah.
Name and section.
In the same document, that's what actually said the law president for future boards.
Sorry, can you repeat the question louder?
I'm just saying, isn't that what set the wrong precedent for future boards? Because if it happened once and this is happening second time, what stops it from happening again?
Like, yeah, I think what will stop happening again is like to do those financial audits more timely, in the best case, like already during the mandate, like always like have half-year periods, so you can really act. Because like the main problem is we always do the financial audits afterwards, then you can't change anything. Right? It's more like tell the next one to do it better, but that doesn't work also that well.
Exactly. So the plan is to restructure the financial audit position a bit, to be there as a supporting structure of the treasurer as well, So not just a yearly check of the finances, but a half-yearly check. And in the middle of the mandate, financial auditor will go to the treasurer, looks at the numbers, and if he already sees if there's anything wrong in there, you can already start the process of telling the new people or having the treasurer with making better decisions.
Next question is from Georg Merz, is in Darmstadt. How much % of the whole budget of these in Germany is the damage sugar stick?
It's a very small amount. I think the issue is hard to say because like the budget of years in Germany has also to like events of street break lot of costs which are just like running through, which like for example the hostel costs, as you might know, we are just collecting from the section and giving it to the hostel. So the budget is quite big, as you will also see in the budget presentation later on, but because like it's like it takes quite a number of the like actually earnings that we would have.
Martin, yes, introduced. Just to give a rough number that I heard Samuel mentioning was something like
First, I call them.
Yes, comment over there.
First, for him to repeat the comment because we will not hear.
Okay, so maybe all of us need to speak louder without the microphones because we're struggling not very good. Can you
yeah, so for reference, the question that was asked, Samuel once mentioned 300K roughly, so that what of you?
Yes.
So the comment was to give an example of what that amount goes to, like the 2,500 for like the participation fee of the entire national board at two different areas. So to have a reference of what that amount is.
Can you also talk about
And 3,500 euros will be enough to pay the participation fee of the entire national board in two national services to give us a reference of what that money can do.
Next question is from Marco. In the options, it says that there is either the discharge of the whole board or single members. How can the sections discharge single members of the board?
Like tomorrow in the voting, you can vote on each single member and decide. Maybe also based on their like position or also how long they have been in the board. I think you can maybe, if you really close to this everybody.
There are no more questions in Slido so far. I would suggest to close the speakers list then. Oh, there's a comment.
Yeah, I have a question, but I'm not sure. Sorry, Rushan Yesenhale. Was the board before this one discharged, or we haven't discharged them yet? So I want to ask a question relative to that. Do I need to? Can I ask it now, or do I need to?
You just say no.
So I'm just wondering, what is the situation with that board, with that proposal for discharging them, and also because I feel like they had, as far as I remember, like even less financial issues in a more tricky time with Corona. So I feel like that's an issue that should maybe be raised again soon.
Like the board before that, the one we are talking about right now, wasn't discharged, but like it was said they should pay back a certain amount, which they didn't. So we would only discharge them, try to discharge them again if they pay back. And they said they won't, so it will stay back.
Yeah, there's a comment there.
Yeah, Gabriel from the previous MB now is in Augsburg. Comment to what Oliver said on discharging based on date. I think you can also clearly see that when these things happen. I joined in March 2023, so I was 1 month or 2 months an NB member. So if you just don't, please discharge me, you can. I mean, obviously, like I was there for 1 month. Like I don't have the patches and the fucking shoes. I want the slippers. So that was my comment. Please discharge me at least.
Comment on that because for those who don't know, like Mandela, he stepped down and Gabriel stepped up for like 2 months before he got re-elected. So just keep that in mind. He was like stepped up when no one was there. Or something like
Severin Mesa, 2 comments. Actually, first comment on that. I mean, if we are all in a funny mood, of course, we can also say we don't discharge Gabriel, but I want you to keep in mind that it would not hold up to a court if this decision is made, because Gabriel can prove that he wasn't in charge when these mistakes were made. And the second comment is by discharging like only some members, you will have the issue that the more, like, in the end, if you only don't discharge one, he would be liable for the whole amount. And the problem with that is, ask yourselves, you're all students, we are all doing the job here. Do you have the 3,500 like that on the high end that you can give it? Like, okay, I'm not talking of the working people, I hope you have it. So that's why I strongly recommend that either you discharge them all or you don't discharge anyone. Just to keep that in mind. Except Gabriel, like you can decide.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions to be asked here now? Okay, so I would propose to close the speakers list at this point. Like you can still like talk to Henry or like everyone else who was involved with BNB or like active at the time to get to more for your decision tomorrow. And some quick comments regarding the NB that was not discharged. The other one, if you have any questions regarding that, I was there, so please come and ask me. Yes. Okay. Thank you. So next up is the section application for the things. More happy note.
So hello everyone, my name is Valeria and here is Daniel and Anna with me. And we want to introduce you our section, International Student Network Regensburg. On the last NA we were honored to be voted as a candidate section, and we're really happy that now we're able to apply as an official full section. So,
we don't have one slide. Okay. I'm going to record it. Can you continue with us?
Yes, so, but can I do the presentation?
Yes, you can. Just continue.
Okay, so who are we? We are International Student Network Regensburg, and we were founded in 2008 by students of University of Regensburg and Ostbayerische Technische Hochschule. And now we are a pretty big family of more than 50 people from all over the globe. And to say short and sweet, we're just organize events and trips for our students and provide a supportive network to help them connect and make friends. Here is the slide. So here are we. It's a part of our team during our last team building last month.
And here you can see the board members. We are 4 people. This semester we introduced a new position in the board as local representative. And here you can see how our team is structured. So we have 3 committees: events committee, social media committee, and a special kind of events that we made country evening committee. And as well we have trips coordinator, partnership coordinator, photographer, and HR manager, as well as more than 30 active members.
Hi, I'm going to present you some of the events we organize. So, Valeria already mentioned the country evenings. This is actually an awesome opportunity we provide to the internationals if they want to organize an event by themselves, but of course with our organizational and financial support. If you want the details, you can talk to me in the document. Among others, we also do, of course, trips and hikes. For example, longer trips during the weekend to Vienna, Prague, or Dresden, for example, last summer semester. But we also do some short hikes for one day in the vicinity of Innsbruck. Then, of course, we do some events in the city, at the campus, for example. The Campus Fest, we participate with having our own booth where we also do promote ourselves. And very important to mention is a presentation we had also last semester about the European elections. What's next? One event is not there because it happened yesterday, but I have to brag a little bit because we had a pub crawl with over 120 participants. And here you can see some which we are going to have in the next couple of weeks, but I have to definitely accentuate one of our flagship events, which is the Alpen tour we are having at the 8th of November, and of course 2, if you want more details, talk to me. And not to forget, we do have to mention our partners, which we have built up some relationships in the last couple of years and semesters. Most prominent one is, of course, the brewery Bischofshof, which provides us with soft drinks. And of course, here it's not written, but this is the Evangelische Studentengemeinde, which provides us with groups or facilities where we can organize our country. And that would be all from my side, I think. Thank you.
Yes. So some of you already got to know us a little bit during the last day, and we wanted to share with you what has changed for us since then. First, we got accredited at the University of Regensburg, meaning that now we got more of a official status, and we can rent, for example, rooms and different equipment from the university. Our mask has been stolen 3 times. Yeah, here it is. We introduced a local representative to the board, and added an HR manager and introduced committees for better organization. Changed our visual identity on all of our social networks, which is 2. And this semester we received 25 new applicants, from which I think we recruited I don't know, 17 maybe states or that. But so why do we do all of this, and why do we want to join you guys? One of the reasons is because we want our members to grow professionally, personally, and to learn from other people who do basically the same stuff as we do. This year, for example, we already went to 2 NAs in Frankfurt and Potsdam, and to 2 LPs in Munich and Deggendorf. Then we, of course, want to continue improving our events and exchange best practices with the other sections. And of course, provided more opportunities for our students to connect with students from other cities and to go to international, regional events, etc. Here are some of the events we attended last semester. Was Pride in Munich, Croatia trip with English and Ingolstadt in August, the Bavarian Forest hike with Deggendorf and Ingolstadt, and Nuremberg trip with a lot of Deggendorf. This Bavarian eastern sections. Yes, and we being associated with ESN will help improve our credibility, visibility, which will help us which will make it easier for us to find new partners, to attract new members, and to be more visible for German and international students. And here you can see some of our networks. This is our website, our Instagram, and we even have a Facebook.
Thank you very much for your attention, and we're looking forward to your questions. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is the Slido again. Yes, you can already. I'm just going to leave it open today because it takes too long to just start writing afterwards. So if you have any questions coming up during the presentation, already you can start typing. If the question is already answered, then you can always delete the question again. So just feel free to start typing earlier so it doesn't take so long during the Q&A rounds. And also please tell me if I talk not loud enough, because yeah, I don't know if you don't think it. Question from Teresa. Will you attend third grade?
Yes, we already bought, like, not many tickets, we bought 8 tickets, and like 2 of our members will go, and we will take 7 students. Yeah, 7 students, and
yeah, because like since we never did it before, so we wanted to like try out how it's gonna go, and we don't know yet if our students will want to go, but we hope that it's a good start.
Next question is from Jonas Zimmermann from TU Dresden. How hard was it for you to fill all the board and team positions?
for us, for the board position, it wasn't really a problem. And I mean, we had at least one person as an applicant for every position in the board and in the like board coordinators. So.
Next question is from ESA in Karlsruhe. Why did you decide to include ELR in the board while most sections are getting rid of that position?
Well, we thought because first of all, there are like a lot of things happening, a lot of calls and a lot of emails that we are getting from ESN Germany, which is sometimes very confusing, especially for us since we are only starting. And we thought that local representative would be like a good point between us and ESN Germany, so that she can like communicate to all of our members and have like an overview of what is happening, and like be in all the calls and represent us and then explain to us. Like, of course, we're doing that as well, but since we have like also other responsibilities, we thought that having a local representative will make it easier for us.
Next question is from Philip from ESN Berlin. What are your future plans for the cooperation with the international office of the university?
Of the OTH.
What's OTH?
This is the other university.
The other university. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, actually we have a plan for that. Yeah, because there is also another international student group in OTH. So we were planning to go, like, and they have an event on Wednesday, also Halloween, so we're planning to crash their party. And like to talk to them like in a friendly manner, to discuss like what cooperations can be made, because they also have like a contact with the international community, so we have to start there.
Okay, next question is from Luis. The LR position has been deleted from ESN Germany years ago for it not being useful. Why are you creating that? Like, okay, I should read the questions before. Okay, next question is from Philip from Mainz. How did you manage to gain so many members? How does your onboarding process work?
So as last semester we got 40 applications, and it was a lot because like we used Instagram as a platform, like posted at the university and international office. So this time we decided, and from 40 we onboarded like recruited like 20. And we thought that this semester it will be too much, so we just used international office. So we recruited people who actually did their exchange, and we didn't use Instagram as a platform. And how our process looks like this semester, we just did an onboarding event where we invited all the countries. We did a presentation for them where we explained our structure and like some other details, how we work, and then we have like to be a member, they must attend at least 2 events per semester, and they have a trial month where we can see and they can see if we are a good match.
There's another question from Philip. The UTH is part of the Artemis University Alliance. Are you cooperating with the Alliance? If no, are you planning to cooperate? Also, can you maybe clarify for the minutes what UTH is like?
Ostbayerische Technische Hochschule.
Okay, and like the Hochschule is part of Artemis, the University Alliance. Are you cooperating with the Alliance? If no, are you planning to cooperate with them?
Yeah, I think we can agree that we don't know what the Artemis Alliance is, but whoever who asked it, oh yeah, can we like ask you after the break? What was that?
Next question is from Maria from ESA Conscience. What is your selection criteria for future members, or you accept everyone to the beginning?
I mean, we give everyone a chance, and then we see if they are motivated enough to be a member and like how they engage with us and with our organization and with other students. And if we see that they are motivated enough and that they are want to do something, like then you're part of the team.
There is like, I think only like one criteria, like a bit of criteria that we have is that like sometimes we can reject students who are, but there were like maybe one case, but our criteria that you have to stay in Regensburg like more than 1 semester, because there are international students who come only for 1 semester and they want to join us, which doesn't always make sense.
Yeah, and one important thing we also did this semester is also that we did incentivize all the newbies with having the initiative to organize some events because we now have the capacities and of course the organizational skills to do them, but of course in order to give them also a chance to now I cannot remember how you say it. Zum Ausdruck kommen in English? To express themselves or like to be seen or we tell them and motivate them that they, for example, look at our roster, like the plan of the semester with the events, and if they find some gaps and have some ideas, they can always come to us and propose something so that they feel a big level of involvement from the very start. So it's also very important to us.
Our next question is from Marco. For an overview, how many internationals arrive every semester and how many people study in the university?
Every semester arrive around 200 students, like 200 to 300 roughly internationals.
Yeah.
Around 10,000.
Next question is from Ella from the AG. Can you introduce us to your mascot and can you tell us how they became your mascot?
So this is Scotty, and as far as I know, he was named after one of our presidents. The second president. Yeah, why unicorn?
Okay, the official version is because like you know Regensburg, rainbow unicorn, and
Okay, thank you. Next question is from Felix, ASN High School. What is your financial situation? Which funding do you get?
As ex-treasurer, I will be answering this question alone. We only have DAAD funding once a year, and we got last year we got 2,000 plus extra 500 pauschale for the EU elections event, and this is our only funding.
Next question is from Ayşe President of the government. Why did you decide on excluding potential members from the exchange? Why did you decide on excluding potential members who did not go on the
included exchange?
No, we're not excluding the potential members because there are still like a lot of people who would just like contact us and they're like asking, hey, can we join you guys? And we are like, we never say no. I mean, if like the application process is long gone, then we can say, yeah, you can just apply next semester or text us, contact us. But yeah, we just decided to just give contact the international office and ask them to contact the people who came from exchange, because last semester we got just too many applicants, which also having too many members doesn't make sense for us because Regensburg is quite a small city. So like, and it can get quite chaotic if you have just like too many people. So which is why the priority is for people who are coming back from exchange, but of course everyone is welcome to join, and yeah, especially if they're motivated and they want to do it.
Yeah, besides of that, we also recruited a couple of friends of our members that saw that what we are doing, and they said, hey, we want to join you as well, we are motivated, and they also didn't do any exchange, and they're just international students.
She also didn't do an exchange.
Yeah, I also didn't do an exchange.
Okay, thank you. Next question is from Maria Ising-Konstanz. Do you organize any workshops within the section to support young members or provide with any guidelines?
For a workshop for members or for students?
Members.
I mean, we do an onboarding presentation, and for now it was enough, but if we become an ESN section, of course we want to introduce ESN to our members, since also they don't, we want them to have all the information provided that they need to know. But no, now we don't really have workshops for them.
But Marco kind of offered, if you remember, to have like an ESN one workshop for our members if we become the ESN section.
Okay, next question is from Juliette from ESN. What was your greatest memory experience during your time at ESN?
Okay, I might say that for me it was the Alpentour, because after that it was last summer Alpentour, and after that I joined ISNR, and it was also, I didn't apply, I was just already kind of part of the team, and then other people said, yeah, you do so much already, so you're a member, and yeah, this Alpentour is just, we just go to the mountains for 2 days. And we don't have electricity, we don't have mobile cell phone connection.
Running water.
Yeah, running water, toilet. Well, yeah, it's very great.
Yeah, also our team buildings are also always great. We try to do it like one semester to like, especially to connect with new people who are just joining. And last time we went to where did we go? Like to the nature, like to the huge house and everything. Yeah, it's always very nice.
And yeah, like to use up the last minutes, I would also say that there's not one particular country evening, but the concept in general is what I always like, because especially if there's a big group of internationals who do want to present their country, their culture, it is always nice to see how it works. For example, when they prepare the food, when they want to decorate the room, when they prepare the presentations, like how they want to present, if they make some games, some dances, and you are part of it, and you know, like for this one evening, you do have the feeling that you are part of them, and that you're not in Germany, but like in XYZ country. And this is very, very great, and this is the reason why we always make it like 4 or 5 times a semester.
Okay, thank you. Here's one more question I'm going to read, but I will propose to go to speakers list afterwards. Are there any objections? No, okay. So, who just said the question? Okay, it's anonymous, I can't read it. Sorry. The next question is from John Elias in Gießen. In terms of recruitment, do you have a transparent requirement for new members?
No, I mean,
They just should be motivated and to organize stuff. Yeah.
I mean, the criteria is, I have to admit, pretty vague, but we do have some guidelines where, like, we do expect that they can function in a multinational and multicultural environment, that they are open-minded, that they are motivated to do stuff, like when push comes to shove, that they can help out and of course organize, be self-initiative, like, but yeah, I presume this is more or less like the criteria for every section, but yeah, this is ours too.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, you can sit down again.
Thank you, just next is the section application from Mainz.
I saw yesterday, but he disappeared. Yeah, I lost the whole group. You lost the whole group? Yeah. Oh, you was curious. After 2 years. Because I was talking to them and they were like,
Okay, let's start. Hello.
Hi.
Sabine.
And
Hi.
Philip.
Leon. Okay, our application come with full event section.
Yes, so this is the structure of our presentation. First, we start with our long ongoing history, which started in 2022. After the pandemic, the international office approached us to reopen a team that organizes events for international students, so they can really feel at home at our international university. We have more than students from more than 120 nations. Yes, and the beginning was with almost no structure, very few events, and with the help of ESN and the international office and the growth of the team, we gained a lot more structure. And for example, in last semester we gained 10 people and had the most events that we ever had, 32 in total. And did elections as every semester. Yes. And we held a planning session to structure the semester. We do twice planning sessions each semester, so we can have a long list of events, and if something spontaneous comes in, we can schedule it as well. Yes, so now you can meet our team. Here you can see us at 2 different team building events. You can see our elected positions. We have 1 president, 2 vice presidents, communication manager, PR manager, treasurer, and 2 event managers as well. And our last election was on the 23rd of this month, so freshly elected board. And yeah, you can see people can be re-elected, and each mandate lasts 1 semester. And our onboarding process works like you have to attend 2 team meetings and organize 1 event to become a member. And we do at the beginning of each semester a meet and greet. They're all returning outgoings. They receive an email from the international office. So they know that we exist and they can find us and participate on the meet and greet. And from this event we gain most of the team members.
Okay, now something about our events. We do many different events and I try to structure them a little bit. So we have sports activities like a football tournament and also a football group that plays together every Saturday. Like your skills in football don't matter as far as I know, you just have to have fun. That's the only requirement. We love doing hikes. There is an example from Liechtenstein. We also did a hike with ESN Frankfurt and ESN Darmstadt in August, I think. So thank you very much for Frankfurt and Darmstadt for the organization. And we also had a canoe tour in September. Yes, something about our day trips. We love doing day trips. They are very popular amongst the students. We had a day trip to Marburg, also to Heidelberg, where ESN Heidelberg was a free city tour, so thank you very much. And we love to go to Strasbourg. We try to do it every semester. It is always asked by the international students if we can do it again, because it was so nice. And we try, if it's possible, to go during the week, because then we can visit the European Parliament, like you can see here. We also have some creative events like pottery painting, international dinner. We held an international dinner on Tuesday with, I think, 80 to 90 participants. That was crazy big and super fun. Also very tasty. We have do-it-yourself events where we do bracelets and just paint a little bit, some creative stuff. And we also ran strawberry picking. Besides that, we had 2 visits last semester from ESN Darmstadt and ESN Kaiserslautern. And now something about our motivation. Why do we want to become an ESN section? Okay, so the first very big thing, of course, is the brand recognition. We would have more visibility and reach. But it's also very, very helpful to get the help and the support of the ESN family so that we can strengthen our progress and, for example, learn to write ESN card in the correct way. Yes, also, of course, ESN has some values that we really like diversity, integration, and tolerance. We try to incorporate that in our work. Why should we become an ESN section? The University of Mainz has about 400 students per year, and we are a very big Studentenstadt with over 30,000 students. We are a stable group that developed over the past couple of semesters, and you would gain a very motivated team of volunteers and also an undeniable cute mascot. Our next steps, we want to become a full ESN section, hopefully, soon. And we want to become a club, very important step, and find some local partners for the ESN cards and other cooperation projects like our welcome decks in the beginning of the semester. Yeah, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. So now you can ask your questions. And first question is from Ella. Can you introduce us to your mascot and tell us the story about how it became your mascot?
Okay, so this is Valberto, for obvious reasons, because they are real. The history behind this is not very long or very fun, but I started crocheting, and this is one of the, I'd say, easiest things you can crochet. And at the same time, we were looking for a mascot, and obviously Mainz has a very huge river, the Rhine River. So I know he's not a fish, he's a zoological, but you know, it kind of works. So yes, he became our mascot, and we had public suggestions from our international students how we should name him, and then the international students got to vote the name about us.
Next question is from Julia from Tanzania. Are you overrun by applicants?
Overrun maybe not, but yes, we gain at least 10 or 15 members, maybe even more per semester. But I think, as it is with most ESN teams, we also lose members because they finish their studies, because they go to another university. So.
Short answer. Just as a reminder, it's completely alright if you write fun questions. Just keep in mind the more questions we have, the longer we're going to sit before the break. Just a reminder. Next question is from Maria in Constance. Do you have stickers with your mascot already?
No, we don't. We have stickers, but they are not pretty, so we did not bring them. Hopefully we can rebrand maybe after this in A, and then we have to stickers.
question from Yusuf Tassour. Which region would you see yourself in years in Germany?
I can only answer that one, I think. I think we've been part of the SWAC region now since we are here. And we really like the SWAC region. We would also like to cooperate with the West region because the Nachbarkeit was really. So yeah, I think the SWAC region would be good for us because just Darmstadt and Frankfurt are a bit closer.
Alright, next question from Paul, he's in Hungary. Regarding local partnerships, how are you planning to approach them and who would be responsible for it?
So we have a PR team, and in the PR team we have one person that is responsible for sponsorships, but we also create a little task force with people that write emails to local partners. And we approach them with the help of the template from DSM, especially, or for example, for the welcome bags, we did that, and we tried to, also write to local partners to get some sponsoring from them. It worked quite well, I'd say, and hopefully they want to cooperate further with us.
Next question is from Jesse from Hannover. What is the current state of your cooperation and communication with your university or international?
I'd say we have a pretty good relationship to our international office. We meet them once a month to update them about our process, and so that then they can update us about projects or events that they would like to do. They include us in the welcome week that they are mainly planning, but we also have our own welcome week, and we're in constant contact and like each other.
Yeah, I mean, we also have a team group where we can contact each other at any moment, kind of. So we don't only meet only once a month. We also if something's urgent, we can immediately meet with them.
Okay, next question is from Catherine from the MB. What are the differences between communication manager and PR manager? They are both involved, right?
I knew this question would come up because, as far as I know, a communication manager in DSM is more or less the PR manager. For us, the communication manager is the local representative. So they get through the emails from DSN, Line, DAD, and just sort them out maybe and give the important information to the different board positions. And they also try to go to the NAs or to the national meeting from Line, I think it is. So.
And they're also, I think, responsible for the WhatsApp group and moderation.
Yeah, they're also responsible for our WhatsApp group moderation.
Your next question is from Philip from ESM. Last in May, you presented a post on your involvement with the University Alliances. Are you still cooperating with your alliance? Yes, how does the cooperation look? If yes, how does the cooperation look?
So last semester we had an event regarding the European elections, and they helped to finance this event. The alliance is for them, and it's 7 universities across Europe that work together. We still try to work together with them, but yes, sometimes it's not so easy because we don't have the projects they want to finance. We try to stay with them.
Next question is from Martin Mocker from ESN to me. As far as I know, you want to host the next National Erasmus Games. Do you already have a plan when you start planning?
Planning is still in its infancy. So we just kind of roughly looked at which dates we want to do it. I mean, I have a lot of ideas for it, but we are still the planning is still in its infancy. So there's not too much to say. But we'll see at the next time what we will do until then. But we'll start soon.
But we have many motivated members from our section that want to.
Next. Yes.
Just a small comment to that, because in Germany with the semester times and because the idea is you do a local phase before, then you do the National Erasmus Games, you can go to the International Erasmus Games. in Germany that's a bit tricky with the semester times and everything, so.
Like,
okay,
I know the international Erasmus games are mid-May, I think 21st, something like this. And we thought about like organizing at the end of April or first week of May, the tournament, but it has still to be fixed. We will still talk about this, and I'm aware of this situation. I also don't like this. We're gonna change it.
Okay, so we have 6 more questions remaining. Like, if there are any like very urgent questions, like you can still write them, but I would propose to like soon then for this speaker just so we know, like otherwise we will go out of time. And next question is from people who are influenced. And you have a 3-day trip to interesting Hannover. How was the planning for you? Did you receive special funding or did you have other measures to make prices?
We did not receive special funding, but in our semester ticket we have the Deutschland ticket included. So we recommended different connections, like using the public transport, which takes ages. But we also did a small guide with the Flix trains you could use, or the Deutsche Bahn, you could use like speed trains, Flix buses too. So yes, we did not include the transportation, we just made some suggestions what they could use. So we could keep the price very low, and we also got some information from East and Regensburg because they did a trip and they sent us their guide, so helped out a lot too.
Next question from Luis from ACF. You have 6 months mandates. That means a lot of time lost in transition and delays with notar and legal. Have you considered changing to 1-year mandate? And it's like tracing.
Okay, I think it's perfectly fine the way we do it right now. It just works out perfectly because in the beginning of the semester we re-elect the students and then the people that can't study any longer at the university, they can go away. The 1-year mandate would mean that people have to stay for the 1 more year at the university. We have very great people that maybe just stay for a half year longer at the university, so it would be a shame to not include them before.
Okay, I will close the speakers list now if there are no more questions incoming. Are there any objections? Okay, next question is from Maria is in Konstanz. We were talking about neighboring sections of operations. What about somewhere from the way, like Konstanz? We would be happy to do something here.
We would be happy to do that too. So, yes.
Next question.
Very good city tours.
Next question from Giuseppe from Essen Düsseldorf. Have you been able to establish any local partnerships?
No, we haven't, like fixed partnerships for longer term, but we had some partnerships for our welcome bags with local bars. Yeah, local bars and
Shot for the football tournament, the glass company, maybe you know.
Next question from Svenja from the UPR team, and ESM HTW Dresden. Are you planning to attend spring break?
Yes, we'll see you there. And 2 freshly elected board members that are not here today.
yeah, I think we'll come with 20 people.
And 20 students. Not only us.
Thank you. Next question from Catherine from DP. Are you familiar with ESM classes, and are you planning something for social impact?
Should I name the ESM classes?
But maybe like this.
Yeah, we can do something for the process. We also try to implement them in our events, like regarding environmental sustainability. We try to use cups that are biodegradable, for example, and try to not use as many trash.
And every time it's possible, we use public transport, so we don't rent buses or something. Yeah, this worked out pretty well in the last semester.
As well as it can work out with logic.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Dan. Wait, no.
I think that people have a statement.
Oh, yeah.
So I would ask also this
There's been a shit ton of us.
like after the break, maybe people from the back try to move up front because of like the noise situation and people not understanding everything. There are like still some spots left. Like I promise I'll be nice. You don't have to be afraid to the front. And also there's going to be a quick OC announcement regarding the lunch break because like what's going to happen now, like I'm going to show the agenda. We are going to have a break now, then you're going to have workshops which will be introduced shortly, then you're going to have lunch break, and only after that we're going to come back together here. So, we'll see.
Alright, so coffee break, as you probably saw in the announcements, room 342, which is upstairs. When you go upstairs, immediately to the right side. Lunch will be in the same room as coffee break. So I guess after the workshops, they go directly there, correct? Okay. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Workshop introduction. Yes.
Okay, so now we're gonna have workshops. Can I show
yes.
slide? No, not this one. The agenda page.
Oh. Yes.
So there is another tab in the agenda for workshops. There are workshop descriptions. So during the coffee break, you have time to go check it out and decide which workshop you want to attend. We don't have a minimum or maximum amount of participants per workshop, so you can attend the workshop that you want to attend and that is going to be most useful for you as a person and for your section. In this slot, there are 3 workshops. Can we scroll down? Thank you. Down. I put a legend and I forgot. There's also the legend, so you can also check. No, down. Yeah. Oh, so we have 3 tracks. So today there are going to be workshops, and tomorrow there are going to be workshops, and they're kind of related. The gray track is about how to get more and happier Erasmus students. The blue track is about how to get more and happier volunteers, and the yellow track is about how to get more resources. Now you scroll up and read it. Yeah, so today for the track of, I forgot already, getting more and happier volunteers, we're gonna have a workshop called Erasmus for Your Career by Katrin and Philip. Maybe you can stand up if you're in the room and you can, yeah, these are Katrin and Philip, you can sit down. Room 063 is on the ground floor, but Katrin and Philip will pick you up from the coffee break and bring you to the room at some point, I guess, I don't know. Then we're gonna have Advocacy 101 from local level to the stars. And this is about getting more resources, and it's from me and Teresa. Maybe Teresa can also stand up, you know her by now. Room 332 is right next to the coffee break room. And finally, there is a workshop about the causes. It's called The Causes Are Dead, Long Live the Causes by Hannah. Maybe Hannah, if you're in the room, you can also stand up. Hello, Hannah. And her room is 442. It's 1 floor up, exactly on top of the coffee break room, so it's also really easy to find. Yeah, that's basically all. Do not close the doors of the workshop rooms behind you. So if you're still in the room, you can close the doors. When you leave the room, do not close the doors. In general, do not close any doors. No, yeah, like if you're not sure, do not touch the doors, because you'll see you had to call the guy with the keys, because these doors, like if you close them, they're closed. They can only open from the inside, which is annoying as yeah. Done.
Okay. So now it's time for the break. As we're like behind the time, we just yeah.
Thank you.
Just put it there near.
I will scroll
Okay,
it.
so just just as information, does it work? Okay, great. No, I mean like without weird sound. Okay, just as information, like this is a microphone, and you just need to throw it potentially if someone has a comment. Otherwise, you just keep it. Okay, first question from Marco Mesa Munich. It's so weird because I can hear myself. Okay, Tomorrowland had the option to buy one ticket for you plus 3 for friends with a total of 4. Did this change to a total of 2?
The last info I got from the who asked this? Can you read? Thank you.
You said that it's one ticket for you plus one friend.
That's
at least this is what I understood from your presentation.
Just answer.
Okay, that's the last info I got from the international, the BFC coordinator of IS International. I'm gonna check with that again because I'm not sure if the information is right because I've been getting some wrong information on the side of IS International a couple of times, so I don't know, maybe Luis can.
Wait, one second, please. We have a procedural question.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk at the microphone and I hear from the speaker into the ear, then I can't understand what you're saying.
Yes, okay, I thought so. So I'm just going to. How is it now? Still same problem? Okay. So
It's delayed.
I'm just going to read the questions. I give you the microphone, and then we'll just hope it works. It doesn't work. Okay. I don't know how to do it. Oh yes, sorry. Good point.
Yeah, but I know all the strategy is last year. 3 years in Brazil, by the way. Something tomorrow needs to be renovated every year. One of the tickets needs to be in the name of the ESN card holder. The other tickets can be upgraded. One of the tickets needs to be the name of the ESN card holder.
Okay. So next question. Dushan is in Halle. You have worked so hard on that N26 partnership, so huge congrats. And can you tell us a bit more about the struggles you had to make it happen?
Yeah, the struggle was reaching them because, like I said, they were very slow. I had to email them like many.
But this is might their job because they have their way from the team and for us is doing this for us possible. And the next question is from Mandy Everything Questions. Would you say we should wait till N26 signs the agreement to give
Partnerships and the money cashback for students.
Yes, definitely. Always wait until the deal is sealed officially. I will always update the deals on the material. So it's not a 1-year contract. We used to have like 1-year contracts with them, so they will definitely stay at least 2 years. So with that, you don't have to worry that they're gone next year. So at least 2 years still with Ryanair.
Okay, next question from Giuseppe from ESN Düsseldorf. What partnerships do you hope for in the future? Is there already one in the planning?
I mean, I am trying to establish a partnership with a food chain, but you have to keep in mind it's really hard to find partners which are sustainable. We didn't get cancelled 20 times already, which are aligning with our morals. So I'm trying to find a food, especially with food chains, it's really hard. So I'm trying to establish a food chain, and I already really got good feedback with the discussion on here yesterday from all the people. So I will take the wishes into account, and if you have any wishes, you can put them down in the. There is a partner sheet where you can put down wishes, and I will try to answer them and see if they reply to me or if it makes sense. So you can always come with your wishes to me, or if you know anyone who knows anyone who has a contact from a company you like, please send me the contact. I will look into it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nina. That is the last question. You can sit down again. And next up is not budget. Sorry.
Yes, proposal.
Yeah. I updated it, but it didn't update the slide thing. Yes, SOS. Why does it say German?
You know that.
Yes. Do I get the clicker?
Yes, sorry.
There you go. Yes. Is Catherine in the room? Oh, okay. So, hi. We're gonna present now 3 SOS changes proposals, so changes to our statutes and standing orders. I will present 2 about the action plan and the national coordinators, and Catherine will present the one about BIM. Please work. Yes. So the first proposal that I have is about an action plan. What is an action plan? It is a 1-year strategy for, an action plan is a 1-year strategy for anything that you want, but we have one for the mandate of the NB. And this we are required to do by ESN International, so it's one of our duties with them. This is mostly to ensure that we have a plan and that we're just not running around doing whatever without any goals. So this is to ensure that we have a certain quality and certain standards in our work with you. This is just an example of the action plan that we have this year. You see like the to-do topics, deadlines, all of the things. So the problem, please work. Okay, now. All right, so the problem that I've noticed is that ESN International gets our action plan, but the sections don't really get the action plan. Which I think is very counterintuitive because it is done to ensure that we have quality with you, so you should be the one seeing it and getting to know what our goals are. So the proposal that I have is that the NB should make this action plan available to the sections during the first regular National Assembly following their election. So the NB is elected in the summer NA, and in the autumn NA, this action plan should be made available. So this would be changes to the statutes, number 6. I only put it in German, maybe I should have put it in English. I'm sorry about that, but basically nothing changes here. This is the duties that we have in the national board, and just adding one point that says the yearly action plan that is already required by ESN International and that we have to do should be sent to the sections in the next regular National Assembly. Proficient in German now. I think that's my... Most of work today. Yeah, so that is the action plan proposal. I will go on to my second proposal, which is renaming the board supporter position. As you might have already noticed, this year we don't have board supporters as we had the previous years, but we have national coordinators. Yeah, you need to press for me. I'm sorry. Yeah. So why do we want to change the name board supporter for national coordinator? I think one big reason that I didn't write here is that BS is not a very nice acronym for the board supporters. I think NC is much better.
But other than that, this term really reflects better their contributions and their influence within the network at the national level, because they don't only work with us, but they're really like the point of contact with the sections in a special topic and the national board. So they really have like a nationwide influence. So the same that we have regional coordinators, we have national coordinators. There are some extra steps here, not only renaming, but we have also removed the examples, because we in the statutes, we just had examples that were not binding, so they didn't really have a reason to be in the statutes, and they were just making everything a little bit more complicated to read and making things a little bit more inflexible. And we also changed that the mandate will begin upon appointment. It said before that the mandate will begin with the MB mandate, which is not so nice, because this year, for example, we had to take some time to update the task description, make them more thorough, reevaluate some positions, and so that every MB has the time to update the descriptions, we want to do them that it's just at the beginning, upon appointment. So you can go next slide. Yeah. Stay with me, okay? So these are the changes. These are the changes to the statute. So we just say, not board supported, but national coordinator. We eliminate the examples, and then everything stays the same, right? Like they were appointed by the board. Here they were appointed by the board. We just reword it, and then instead of saying that they start with the MV, we say that they start upon being appointed. The slight problem here is that the board supporters are referred to in the statutes and the standing orders many times. So now that you approve, if you vote on changing the name here, you have to approve changing the name everywhere. So please go ahead. There are consequent changes in the statutes where we have to just change from supporters to national coordinators. Please go ahead. In the standing orders, from supporter to national coordinator. Please go ahead. In the event policy paper, from supporter to national coordinator. And please one more time. In the point system, again, from board supporter to national coordinator. So it's a lot of changes, but it's really not a lot of actual changes. Yes. So now I think Petra presents the BIM, and then, well, this doesn't work anyways. So maybe you can hold it.
All right, so before I start with the proposal, I just want to remind you all that whatever me and the PR team are doing regarding BIM and sending messages to sections, these are just reminders about BIM. We're not giving warnings. Because I felt like a lot of people got scared. Please don't. Please continue. So the problem which we identified afterwards and after reviewing the BIM screening that we received from the ComCom team, from this international level, that now it's being controlled more. So the stricter screening at both the international and national levels, because also I'm aware, and I talked to the previous board, that it was not really in the focus. However, also the community meetings in Prague in September, it was a big topic. So many sections are violating BIM and they're not aware of it, which is not their fault, because BIM is a very sensitive topic and it requires a lot of attention and a lot of details. The guidelines, current guidelines in our SOS are somewhat bigger than were before, and this is what I would propose to change. And also what was brought to our attention are the websites of sections and GDPR as well. So we believe that it's important to maintain an updated and compliant website as a key requirement for upholding standards. Because if it's not the case, then there can be some legal issues which would not be the thing, but it's possible. I actually also did the English version. But basically the proposal is that, so before this it was about that the member is obliged to have the functional website and respect the visual identity of ESN International. But what is the brand identity of ESN International? Of course, VIM is also part of this. However, in case someone new comes to the board and they read the brand identity, they think about, oh yeah, we need to use the logo, we need to use the colors. But VIM is much more than that. So this is what the proposal is. Wait. Yeah. So the proposal is to have the functional website and the help. And the update.
And update in regular intervals.
Yes. And to add the point 4, number 8, which means that the member is obliged to follow the visual identity of ESN International on all social platforms, which include under that the visual identity manual or VIP, like defined as VIP. And that's it. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Got another question round. If you have any questions, just write them in Slido again. Yes, that was quickly. Okay, perfect. June from ESN Hamburg asks, how is regelmäßige Abstände defined and how will this be controlled, like the interval?
Okay. So I think we would need to clarify it because this is also what we're discussing within the board and with Saurabh too. So we would say that once your board is changing, you need to go again over all the social platforms, including the website. So once your board changes, you also need to change the, how's it called, like imprint, right? The legal notice on your website. By changing the legal notice on your website, you need to make sure that all the information on your website is updated. So the answer is every time your board changes. I don't know what's the question.
Okay, next question is from Martin from ASN to me. Why are the board supporters already renamed to national coordinators on Instagram and in a workshop at the NA when the NA hasn't approved the name change yet?
Okay, I might need help from the AB here, but according to our statutes, the board can appoint board supporters, does not have to appoint board supporters. So legally speaking, what we did was not appoint any board supporters and create the position of national coordinator, and I would just say, okay, we have national coordinators instead of board supporters. Or, please.
Yeah.
I would rather say it the other way, but first of all, Oliver, Davy, the other way around, like, they were board supporters, but you always called them national coordinators unofficially. You're only making the change now officially. Like, they were always board supporters, but you called them national coordinators.
Okay.
Unofficially.
Point being, this was all spoken with AB before.
Yes, all good. Okay, another question from, oh my god, Martin. Isn't it wrong that the board supporters start their mandate with the NB? The statute say together with the NB or immediately upon appointment.
What? I don't think I get the question. I'm sorry.
I mean, like it says in the statute, they either start their mandate together with the national board or immediately upon appointment. So already they are can be appointed, like start their mandate when they are appointed, right?
Correct. Yeah, so they either started when they are appointed, which can be after the national board has started their mandate, or they started, if they've been appointed before, at the same time.
Yeah, so if they are appointed afterwards, it's like just upon appointment what would be.
Yeah.
So it's already that now, kind of.
Yeah, right now they're already appointed.
But we, as far as I understood, you cannot really appoint before you're appointed.
Please state your name.
Sorry.
Because now it's getting really. Teresa.
NB. No, I think the AB is probably going to answer better. I don't want to make confusion.
Yeah, but I think
Oliver,
AB.
Sorry.
So you were right. Like, since only when you're in office you can appoint someone. So yeah, it's like it doesn't really make a difference, but the NB choose to remove this.
Okay, so
it's created confusion.
Yeah, so sorry, Teresa and B. The point was like the board supporter was a little bit confusing in the sense that like you cannot appoint someone before your mandate starts, so you cannot really have anyone starting with your mandate because they cannot be appointed before. So it's just very confusing. as to when their mandate starts, the same as there were like these examples that just made the definition confusing. So this is more trying to make things easier to read.
Okay.
Okay, we have a comment.
Luis, yes, in Göttingen. I was one of the members of the working group who came with this your impression. At the time, our interpretation was that an elected national board before starting the mandate was already appointed to board. That was our understanding at the time, but it does not mean that we were right. So things can always be improved.
Okay, just as a notice, we have a lot of questions there already, so because we're like, we will be over time, I would propose to close the speakers list now. Like, there will be no more questions apart from the ones already stated. Any objections? No, okay. I'm actually going to close it now, so there are no more questions. Okay, next question. So maybe keep it short on the answer side. Don't you think that the national coordinator is misleading if we compare it to regional coordinators that are related to a geographic area and not role? Should I say that? Sorry, okay. Do you want to answer that?
Oh wait, sorry, I thought you were asking Catherine. I was reading the questions.
Okay,
sorry, I was reading the order. Sorry.
I'm going to reread this. Don't you think that the national coordinator is misleading if we compare it to regional coordinators that are related to a geographic area and role?
No. I mean, each member of the national board, we're all called national board member of, but that doesn't mean that our roles are the same that you have regional coordinators for this region or that region, and that doesn't mean the regions are the same. You don't have this like national coordinator 1, 2, 3. You have national coordinator for training, national coordinator for other things. Sorry, I am blank right now. So, yeah, sorry, I do not think it's confusing.
Okay, perfect, thank you. I'm going to skip this question because there is no name to it. Next question from Severin Meza. What is the point of reference to the supposed change of orders?
What do you mean, what's the point of reference?
It's regarding the change in the order, the supposed change, where you write the next mid-year level. So my interpretation of that, if I may elaborate that, my interpretation of that you see in 6.2 that the mandate starts at the 1st of July, which obviously means that before there has to be an election. But it is unclear, like for me this wording could also mean that we have to discuss the action plan every NA with that wording. If you say to the next NA after the election, that will make it more clear, but like the just next NA.
Thank you.
Ella and B comment. So you just we just talked about it up here, and we are gonna look at it together, and we can still make changes to the proposed statutory changes until we do the voting, so we can talk about it and then we can make it more clear. And also, if you want to help Severin, please do. Yes.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Next question from Emir is in Frankfurt. The board supporter is not doing the RC job on a national level. That creates inconsistency within our vocabulary. Why did you choose that name?
Again, regional coordinator is something different. Same, we call it national board, not all the same thing. National because they coordinate something on the national level, like coordinating ESL card sales for all of ESL in Germany, or coordinating the sponsorship for all of ESL in Germany. The point was that like board supporter was very narrow-minded towards they only work with a member of the board, and it doesn't really reflect the contribution and the impact that they have on all of the sections.
Okay, thank you. Next question is from Luis in Göttingen. To Catherine, one of the reasons is the ambiguity of the guidelines. How does this proposal solve that ambiguity so it's not upon to the CM to define what a violation is? Communication agent.
I don't understand the question.
Do you want to restate it, Luis?
Yeah, one of the reasonings for the proposal is the ambiguity of the rules. And that's one of the reasons we present. How does this proposal solve that ambiguity that is not behaved to either the communication manager or another the rules are applied or not, so that it constitutes again violation.
Okay, so there is visual identity manual in the PDF, which sections have access to as well, which describes partially. Then always CM has a close communication with the ComCom team and with the international level, and this is why before saying like, yeah, no, this is the violation, this is why it can be discussed with them. So the reason why I propose to change it is just to add for sections to understand that by the brand identity of ESN International, it's not only what comes up first, but that they also include that this is BIM. And then they need to comply with the BIM regulations, which they can find in the guideline and in the current, hopefully soon, to be made the more specified guideline which they're working on the international level.
Thank you.
There's a follow-up.
Oh, yes.
And I have a follow-up question. I would feel that the proposal then does not assure the sections that the communication manager will indeed contact ComCom to take their opinion, and that the communication manager will, next one, will not decide alone what constitutes a regulation or not.
So as the communication manager together with the PR team and with the person that is responsible for the BIM screening, we're going to also create the guideline for sections that they are aware of what they can be, of what kind of BIM violations there can be. We will try to make it as clear and transparent as possible that this guideline is there and that they will be forwarded to the next generations, let's say, so that sections can actually understand what it was based on, and we will also get in contact with ComCom team that can approve this.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question is from Marco Mesa Munich. Are we losing the line national board member, board supporter with this name change? For instance, liaison officer is attributed to president.
Yeah, so I read that question and I didn't understand it.
Okay, so if you have any more questions, please state it afterwards, or just try to be precise in your questions because we're really late on time already now. So maybe, I mean, the questions came up a lot, so maybe you can discuss it afterwards, I would suggest, because we talked a lot about that the NB thinks their decision is right, so it doesn't seem to be able to be clarified here right now, I think. Okay, next question, Severin Mesa. Why do you think the enlargement of the rules regarding BIM is necessary when you do not concretely define what the regulatory should be? Yes.
Can you maybe speak a bit up? Like I struggle to understand.
Yes, thank you.
So the thing again is there is BIM identity manual. You can read it and you can see how it is, like what the regulations are. Everything else and other possible violations. First of all, you come to the open space and we can talk about this later on. And second of all, I'm in contact with all communication managers. And as I said before, we're going to do the guideline with the PR team so that it's clear for everyone what can be considered a BIM violation.
Thank you very much. Make it very short, please.
Yeah, very good. The thing is that the rule we have at the moment, right, respecting BIM, it's a very general term. The other rules I don't see where it gets more concrete, because obviously when BIM gets changed by ESN International, immediately we have to, I mean, within our possibilities have to adapt. So it doesn't really change anything in this formulation. If you say, okay, we make a screening every 2 months or every half a year, then I think a change would make sense, but like that, it's concrete, it's not concrete, it's general to general.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you want to say anything to that, or do you want to discuss it later in the open space?
Usually we can discuss it later.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question is from Yvonne from ESN Nisa Munich. Why didn't the sections get the information about the stricter screening beforehand instead of sending messages after they already did something wrong?
So first of all, again, there was a BIM screening which was done in May. Unfortunately, the sections were not informed about this, and we started doing the screening ourselves once again, and this is why we are given the reminders. Every section has a complete right to text the ComCom team, the international level, and get advice on anything is related to the BIM and PR. Every section has an access to the BIM guideline.
Thank you very much. We can sit down again. I asked Margarita to come up here to introduce the open space, and also Hannah, because she wanted to ask for something important very quickly. Is Margarita here?
Margarita.
Okay, maybe just both come up front.
In the coffee break room. Yeah, there she is.
Okay, Hannah, maybe you go first. Yes, quickly.
Okay, this is very quick for everyone who.
Oh my god.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This is very quick for everyone who came to my workshop. I've talked to some of you, but I'm still missing one of my markers. They belong to my boyfriend. They're €7 a piece. And I told you during the workshop that I really need them back. So even if you already looked in your backpack, please do again and look for the pen because someone has it. I'm sure this was an accident, but it's not in the room and I really want it back. So please give it back to me. You can leave it here on the desk if you don't want to give it back to me or give it to, I don't know, someone from the NB or OC. I don't care, but please give it back because someone has it. Thank you.
Okay, introduction.
Do we have this? Oh yeah. So we're gonna have an open space right now, and I saw that there was some confusion because I got asked if some workshops, like smaller workshops, got cancelled. No, they're gonna happen now. So now we're gonna take a look together into what is an open space. So open space technology. So an open space is a format where 1, whoever comes is the right participant. 2, whatever happens is the only thing that can happen. 3, whenever it starts, it's the right time. 4, whenever it ends, it's the end. This is confusing, but it's going to be clear in a second. Let's move on. There are 4 types of participants in an open space. There's a host who is hosting a topic, and I'm going to introduce them to you right now. There's a participant who is a person who picks one topic and stays at the same topic the whole time, similar to our workshop. Then there's the bumblebee, who goes around from topic to topic. They stay there a bit, they listen to some interesting ideas, and they bring the ideas to the next topic. So they do cross-pollination of ideas. And then there's the butterfly, who does exactly like the bumblebee, but doesn't necessarily commit to good ideas. They just listen and find out new things, and yeah, they just go around from flower to flower. So you're invited to take whatever role you prefer, apart from the hosts. This time we assigned them because of lack of time. But you're absolutely welcome to be a participant, a bumblebee, or a butterfly, and yeah, you can do what you want, basically. I'm gonna now present the topics. We're gonna go outside for this one. We're gonna be in the space in the middle of the buildings with the grass, and we're gonna be sitting there, like there's gonna be one topic per station all around the space, and you can move around and choose your own fighter. So I will just present you the topics right now. This one is empty. So topic number 1 is the safe house, how to create safe spaces. Please, Marco, can you come here? Can you come pick up your topic? Yes, we're having this walk.
Maybe the other presenters already get ready.
Yes,
please.
yes, please. So then the next topic is, what did I write here? Opportunities in this ESN network from Johan and Oliver. Yes, you can pick your topic. Vim by Catherine and the peer team, if they want to also participate, maybe you can go there. There's some food. The European University Initiative by Philip. Where is Philip? Philip is not here.
I like that start.
Okay. How to EV with Ella.
I hope not.
If we don't find Philip, the topic is cancelled. And then there's another one. Oh yes, I found it. It's GDPR with Saurabh and me. Oh, you're So yeah, right now it's pretty warm outside, so you don't need to bring your jacket, you don't need to bring your pens, notebooks, anything. You can leave everything in the room. There's gonna be CT staying here, so they're gonna take care that nothing is stolen or lost. So when at my count to 3, we all stand up. When I count to 3, we all stand up and we follow me and the facilitators downstairs.
1 second, please. I need to announce something.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a quick change. We are like way behind now, but we had like 10 minutes added to the open space, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of need to cancel that again. So we need to make it 30 minutes like
Yes.
planned as before.
Yeah.
So nothing really changes,
Yeah.
just that we don't add 10 minutes. That's what I suggest. Any objections to that? No, okay, perfect. So we have like 30 minutes open space now, then break afterwards, where we first take the group photo, and then we have the break. The announcement where we take the group photo and everything will follow on WhatsApp.
The group picture will probably also happen outside, so we are already there. So please don't disappear at the end of the open space.
Okay.
Now, at my count to 3, again, you
wait,
yes.
we have
Then
the flags.
people should bring their stuff already outside.
True. Bring your flags for the group picture and mascots and whatever. At my count to 3, we all stand up and we go out. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Oh my God.
What we're going to start anyways. Santo. Okay, we're going to hear about the budget for 2025 now.
Let's do this shit.
Do you have a pointer?
Oliver, where is AB ending? Any idea?
Transition.
Now, transition. Wow.
Hello everybody. We are at the most exciting part. Is that much exciting that you are not gonna listen me, I think, after 2 or 3 minutes, and you are gonna order your stickers, you are gonna do your section stuff, but we have something important here. So our subject is budget 25. So we are gonna first of all start with the expected income for the next year. So the first field is membership fees. It's an international incentive membership fee for the 25 as 143 euros. Last year it was 138 euros. So this adjustment based on Euro area inflation of 3.4% for the 23 with automatical annual updates. And also ESN Germany fee remains at 130 euros for the 25. We have a special case for the next year. One of our section is gonna dissolve itself, and we are gonna have one new section. So that new section is gonna pay a reduced fee. So it's gonna be 50 euros. So we are expecting around 12K income from the membership fees. So the next one is ESN card sales. So basically for this year the estimation was 9,000 card sales, but unfortunately this target has never met. So we sold approximately 4,000 cards this year. So because of this reason, our estimation for the next year is 4,000 cards. So, but it's really easy to improve these numbers. So the second field is the events. So the first event is our biggest events rubric. So projected revenue for the next year is 160,000 euro with a 5% inflation adjusted. So this estimation is based on strong historical participation and anticipated marketing efforts. So we are expecting approximately 10% more numbers next year. And the second event is Rhine Rhapsody, our summer event. And also the factoring in 5% inflation for the operational cost. We are estimating to have 53,000 euros for the Rhine Rhapsody. And also the next event is National Erasmus Games. Next year it's going to be organized for the first time separated. This year it was organized with Rhine Rhapsody, but next year it's going to organize separate. Because of this reason, we don't have any solid reference point for that. So, which means we made a little bit budget study about it, but as I said, there's no solid reference for that. And we are allocating for that 40,000 euros for the next year. And the next point is our training days. Expected budget for that is 6,000 euros, approximately for 60 participants, including OC and facilitators. And we are not aiming any profits for this event, and as well as also for the national assemblies. For this year, we are approximately at 14,000 euros or 50,000 euros, but it's going to increase next year, unfortunately, and we are expecting approximately 18,000 per national assembly. So there are some mistakes there. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be 54,000 euros. Yeah, 54,000 euros. The first one is unfortunately a mistake. Excluding up to 15 non-paying participants. So, which means if you find some public and private funding, so we are going to also include the cost of NB, AB, and CT also in this budget. Oops. So the other incomes, our esteemed supporters, the alumni of Eastern Deutschland, contribute a fixed foundational amount of 1,500 annually. And we are also expecting for the next year, hopefully. And this funding is designed for specific events, and it will be utilized to support a national board weekend meeting, and as well as assist national level members attending the Erasmus generation meeting in accordance with practices established in previous years. And for the 2025, it's planned that 60% of this funding will be allocated to NB meeting, as I said, and while the remaining 40% will be designated for the national level members attending to EGM. And also from the other incomes, we have 4 partners. So the first one is Flame. This year we have confirmed partnership with Flame, which will provide us with support amounting to 3,000 euros. And the next one is N26. The partnership with 26 also confirmed and will contribute 2,500 euro to our funds. And also our previous partner, Technische Krankenkasse, should our collaboration with TK continue, we expect an additional support of 5,000 euros. And the next one also, SwapFit, sorry for my pronunciation, maybe it's not the correct one. And if the partnership with SwapFit goes ahead, and we anticipate receiving 2,000 euros. So totally our expectation is 12.5K from our partners. So if we are supposed to have a look at the all income, so we have approximately 355,000 euros gross income, but in the net it's 335,000. Now we are going to continue with the expected expenses for the next year. We have different fields. The first field is finance. Unfortunately, we are paying a lot of money to our tax consultancy company. So one of them is quarterly tax advisory fees. So we are paying annually around 3,000 euros. And also at the end of the year for the tax declaration and for the general check, we are paying additional 2,000 euros. And also we have data accounting software, 1,000 euro for accounting software services to support our efficient bookkeeping and reporting. And also we have bank costs. We are allocating for the bank cost 150 euros. So it's just estimation for managing the bank account and processing the transactions, and it's essential for smooth financial operations basically. So the next field is PR. For the PR for the next year, we have approximately 1.80k. So what we have in the budget, first of all, we are going to have annual subscription of the application Catch Pro for our PR manager, and she's going to do really beautiful videos. I hope so, and I believe. So for that, we are going to pay around 110 euros annually. And also for the physical promotion materials, for example, flyers, brochures, stickers, business cards, we have also 300 euros. And for merchandise, first of all, for the national level merchandise, we have 900 euros. Generally, we're buying goodies for the national level. And also for the next year, we have 450 euros for section-specific merchandise. For example, the event of the month, the section are gonna get some rewards. We are hoping for that. The next field is IT. IT has also big budget for the next year. As you know, we are gonna have ESN Cloud hopefully at the beginning of the next year. This is the new communication platform set to launch in early 2025. And it is equivalent to Pretics, but it has much more features. So you are gonna be informed about it soon, hopefully. And also, we are gonna adapt ESN International GA app for our next general national assemblies. And also we are going to replace our voting system Helios with the GA app. And for these purposes, we have around 1,000 euro. It's also estimation, but it's gonna much more than 1,000 euro because the ESN Cloud project unfortunately is still not ready. So it is just estimation. It could be 3 times bigger than this number, but it's just estimation for now. And also for our service, for our websites, and also for our mails, for the whole community, we have domains. And we have to pay for these domains around 400 euros. And also the next point is IT liability insurance. We put that, but I had a conversation with Gabriel before yesterday. We don't have a big IT team for now. If we are going to have a big IT team, we are going to purchase this insurance. Otherwise, we are going to use this budget also for our ESN Cloud. So other organization-related expenses. The first one is mail cost. So we are planning to purchase Nachsendeauftrag. It's some kind of mail forwarding service, with Deutsche Post. So we are receiving many letters. So our center is basically in Bochum at the University. So we don't want to deal anymore with the international office because of this reason. The letters are going to be redirected to one of our authorized board members. And also we have 60 euros allocated for the additional printing, postal fees, and also related based on previous year's data. And the second point is notary. we have to pay 50 euro per registered change for notarizing changes to status and also board member registrations as per the German code and notary period. 2 minutes. Thank you. And for that, we are recommending the 350 euros. And also, Germany has general and event liability insurance, and it's based on projected revenue. And because of this reason, we are estimating that we are going to have 1.2k for that. So, back to the fees. So, what we are collecting for the ESL International, we are forwarding the whole money directly to ESL International. So, around 6,000 euro, we are going to transfer directly to ESL International. And also, we are making some profits from ESL cards. So, but we have to pay 2.5 euros per card to ESL International. And as I said, we are planning to have 4,000 ESL card sales, so because of this we are going to pay 10,000 euro to ESL International. And also we have membership fee from VDSI. It's also 300 euro. There's no tax for that. It's also mandatory. We are paying annually. And the events, so we are expecting to have 8k profit from the spring break. So because of this we are planning to have maximum 1,052,000 euros for the spring break next year. And for Rhapsody, we are expecting 3,000 euro profit. So because of this reason, for the Rhine Rhapsody, the maximum expenses are at 53,000. And the next point is the National Erasmus Games. We are not aiming to make some profits for this event, and as well as also for our training days. So for National Erasmus Games, we have 40k, and for training days, 6k. And for the National Assemblies, also we are not aiming to make profit, and also according to taxation law, so we don't need to put tax on it. So the biggest part, the last part, the meetings, the first one is the first one is the travel allowance for the national level for NB, AB, and CT. We want to cover their cost per person up to 80 euros, so it's going to make 3.6 thousand euros. And also we have something new here, NA Participation Security Fund. As I said, sometimes we are not able to include the cost of NB, AB, and CT in the budget. So to secure the participation, we are gonna put 2.5 thousand euros in the budget. And also we are getting 3 granted spots for the GA, where we want to use all 3 spots. So for that we have around 2,000 euros. And also we are expecting to have next year 2 NB weekend and 1 AB meeting. For that we have also 2K. And also for the international event participation of the national level, and I'm already almost sorry. So we want to reduce the allocated money from this year to approximately 5.6k. Last year it was around 8,000 euros. So we have something also new. We are going to cover the participation fees of the regional coordinators.
I'm very sorry, please finish and come to conclusion. We're already over time.
Okay, sorry for that. So if you check the whole expenses, we are expecting to have around 331,000 expenses. And at the end, so if you check the general picture, so we are going to have before the taxes 820 euros, but our profit is going to be around 3.5 thousand euros. This is the very conservative budget planning. If one of our partners are going to leave us or not, we are not able to do. Sorry for that. I'm really.
Just write your questions down already, like whatever you didn't explain. I'm sure there's going to be questions on it, so we have 50 minutes question round now. So whatever is unclear, we can clarify it now.
Okay, first question is from Marco from Mesa Munich. Why the training coordinator has no budget for the pool of trainers compared to other national coordinators like the liaison officers?
I had already this question from Margareta. We checked that. Unfortunately, we want to cover actually the whole cost of our CTs, our training coordinators, but unfortunately we were not able to give that much budget also already for our national coordinators and our RCs. So if you are gonna have, I'm gonna try to find some money also for our trainers, but right now unfortunately we don't have enough liquidity. Liquidity is not enabling this unfortunately right now.
Thank you very much. Next question is from Marco, Mesa Munich. You asked us to change the name from board supporter to national coordinator because of their importance. Why don't they have a budget to participate on NX?
It's a good question. It's also, my answer is going to be also really similar. So I'm going to give my best. I tried. But unfortunately, we have a lot of board supporters. I mean, they are not board supporters anymore, national coordinators, and also a lot of trainers. So maybe we can do another distribution, but in this case, we have to cut also discounts of NCs and RCs.
Thank you very much. Next question is from Martin from ESN Tumi. What were the reasons for the late submission of the budget and not communicating it properly?
So, as you know, I elected 42 days after the original NA. So, and also I didn't have enough knowledge to conduct a budget for ESN Germany. Because of this reason, I asked one more week, and I got that. But unfortunately, I was thinking the next question, we were not sure about the grants from the SEE. So because of this reason, we submitted the budget a little bit late.
Thank you. Next question is from Dirk, ESN Potsdam. Can you explain again the part of money for event of the month?
Yes. We are going to have 450 euros for the whole year. So we are planning to distribute some. It's gonna be a fair distribution. I don't know how it's gonna be the distribution. It's not in my field, but we have for the whole year 450 euros. It was all actually not included in the first budget proposal, but afterwards we had some money and we decided to use this money for this purpose.
Thank you. Next question is from Julian Meyer, ESN Mannheim. What exactly are the 50K expenses for the National Assembly?
So the participation, first of all, the major factor is accommodation, and also food. Normally they are around, as I said, we are expecting 8,000K per NA, but I cannot list all expenses for the NAs right now. But generally, the major factor is accommodation. After that, after that, food, and it's going like that. As I said, I am not expert for the NA budget, but as I said, if we are able to, we are going to include the cost of NB, AB, and CT. If you're not, so as I said, the major cost is accommodation, food, the other NA-related expenses.
Thank you very much. Next question is from Luis, ESN Göttingen. Why are no mentions of grants at all? And ESN Germany not yet sure? Is ESN Germany not yet sure that past grants can be guaranteed next year too?
Unfortunately, for now, we don't have any granted grant for the next year. So this is why I waited 2 days just for the reply from the DSEE. So we didn't still apply for the next year. So for now, we don't have.
Thank you. Next question is also from Luis. There was a mention of a sport grant by the last MB for 2025 being approved. What happened there?
To be honest, I have no idea about it. I have to check that, and I'm gonna I'm gonna figure out somehow, but unfortunately right now I have no knowledge about that grant.
Okay, thank you. Next question from Luis. Why are there 2,000 euros profit for Eastern Germany with organizing the NAs?
We don't have any profit for the NAs.
Yes, comment.
Yeah, the income is for 54,000.
As I said, it was mistake. It was editorial mistake.
Clarify.
No, so that mistake is only on the presentation or on the calculation?
It's just on the presentation. So as you saw, I changed in the direction.
Yes, another comment. Name and section, please.
So, are you planning with 52,000 or 54,000 for the NAs? So, because there in the expenses it's 52,000, and you said that the mistake was in the income and that the right name or the right number.
Can you a little bit louder?
So, you mentioned that the mistake was in the income and that the right number is 54k of income and not 52. But in the expenses, it's also stated 52. So that's confusing. Which one is the right now?
Yeah, it's also a mistake. It's also a mistake. So we found that mistake today, unfortunately. So the original one is 54. So 18,000 each.
Question clarified? Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Next question from Luis. The fee for the NAs is quite unrealistic. Frankfurt NA was 155. Hamburg, I guess, 160. Hanover, thank you. Hanover 160 and Dresden possibly 130. That makes 148 average against the 120.
I have another question. I don't know if you check the budget of NA Hamburg and NA Potsdam. NA Hamburg had the final number was 20k, and also the number for Potsdam, it was even much more higher than 20,000. But fortunately, we had grant for that, and also next year the operational costs are gonna be much more expensive. So we are not gonna have, I think, this 15k next year. So it's just a conservative estimation. So it doesn't.
Are you done answering?
No, not yet. So it doesn't need to be 100% 8,000k. It could be again 4,000k, but our expectation is much more than it's gonna be. We are just expecting that, basically.
Comment, Luis?
Yes. So why is this that you are expecting? For this one, you have a wishful expectation that will be low. But on other things, you are expecting that things will be bad.
For example, for this NA, the budget, the final budget was around 15k. So we didn't. So basically, the OC didn't include the cost of NB, AB, and CD. So if you include them, it's around 3,000 euros. So the result is around again 18,000. So because of this, since 1.5 years, these costs are getting included in the budget. So these budgets are included with that cost, basically.
Okay, just like using the break, like everyone who speaks in the room, please like shout, because it's really hard for Paula to understand anything you're saying back there. Question clarified? Yes, okay. Next question is from Marco, Mesa Munich. You said the budget is low. Why did you hire the price for ESN card and where that money is going then? ESN International card.
So unfortunately, the production prices for ESN card has been increased. Last year it was originally 1.5 euro what we had to pay to ESN International. But ESN International unfortunately has increased the card prices. Right now we are paying we are paying 2.5 euro each card. So basically, because of this higher price, and as you saw, we have a lot of operational costs. Just for the finance, for the tax consultancy company, we are paying around 7,000K, and this is one of the all components.
Yes, Nina?
Just a comment on that, because this is also my responsibility. We already raised the card prices. I think last year we announced this in a Potsdam or Hannover, I think. This week or Hannover we raised them. And our statutes say actually, or our standing orders say that we're allowed to raise them 1.5 times the price they're selling them, and we didn't go all out. We only raised them for €1 because they raised them for €1. So this was mainly a decision of international for raising them, and we just also kept their pace and rate.
Okay, like, are there any more questions in the room right now? Because I would propose to close the speakers list then. Like, if you have any questions after that, you can always talk with Santo, like in the breaks and so on. Any objections? Okay, speakers list is closed then. Next question is from June is in Hamburg. Is the mistake of the 2,000 euros in the NAs also reflected in the final profit?
No, the mistakes are just in the presentation. If you you are gonna get via mail the final budget, and if you wanna check already the final budget, so you can scan that code. So in that budget, this you're not gonna see that mistake. So also I'm saying that the second question. So as I said, you are gonna get the budget, and if you wanna check already, you can scan the code. So there are each expenses has basically explanations there.
Okay. Luis, is your question answered with that already, or should?
Not actually, but
okay. Wait. I'm going to state it because not everyone is going to read the questions maybe. Okay. Next question is from Luis. Can the sections have the Excel version of the budget so that we can check the calculations in a clear way without having to scroll up and down a Word document?
So we have 20 pages. So the original document has 20 pages. So there are a lot of explanations there. So please, if you have time, take a look. Otherwise, you are gonna get the final budget via mail, as I said. And I can also try to create Excel sheet. But unfortunately, last year, Samuel had also Excel spreadsheet, but it was not approved by AB.
Comment?
So, an Excel sheet with calculations do not exist.
So what?
The calculations in an Excel sheet do not exist.
The Excel sheet doesn't exist. It's just a draft. It exists, but it's not finalized because I didn't want to publish Excel sheet like last year. So there's a draft. If you are requiring that, I can finalize it, and I can also share with the whole community.
Please do.
With pleasure.
Thank you very much. You
Thank
can
you.
sit down again. We're going to continue with the next presentation. Which is the SOS proposal for event registration by DÖ. Or you want to present it, right?
I would like to be.
Yes, so you have 5 minutes for the
I was hoping a battlefield for budget, but they are already tired.
There you go.
Hello. I think a lot of you have already seen my proposal. In general, it's about similar to the other proposals to update what the sections should do or have to do. It's about, maybe you have now the website, I hope most of you know the website, activities.esn.org. In general, the current situation is some sections don't upload any activity, and with the proposal, we try to aim at the idea that we get more ideas what the sections do, more data of activities of the sections in Germany. It can help you to create a better platform where you get inspiration for your own activities from other sections, but it can as well help us to collect data about how many participants do you have at your events, when we go to stakeholders, to partnerships, trying to apply for grants. It's very good to have these data, which we don't have currently. So I propose here, I propose that we add, das Mitglied verpflichtet sich, mindestens 5 Aktivitäten pro Semester auf der Eventplattform ESN hochzuladen. Or like in English, we want to change it that it's become mandatory to upload 5 activities per semester, not related to any specific course, for each of you sections to the website activities.esn.org. I mean, we have now 2 proposals, so want to add an 8. I think we have to find solution tomorrow, but yes, this is my proposal. Any questions?
Question marks open. Please insert in Slido again. First question is from Julian Meyer, ESN Mannheim. Why do you want to make this requirement rather than trying to make the upload at the platform faster and more accessible?
I think there's always, I mean, I think the approach can always be made to make it more accessible, and I'm trying currently to talk to the people in charge of updating the page, ESN International, but nonetheless, of any changes to the website, it is, in my opinion, still a valid point to make that we have to collect more data and create a website that is more useful for all of us.
Thank you. Maybe whoever is typing just raise their hands if anyone still has. Yes, okay. Thank you.
Or is there any section who doesn't know the website?
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone else typing right now? 2 people, 3 people, okay. Next question is from Anna, ESN Kiel. What about small sections? Some have little to low capacities for that.
I think for this task, it's not that you have to upload it immediately. I think that, at least from my experience on the local board, there's like some time periods where you have less events and can have maybe more time to go back to the events that happened and upload again something. I think it's also not that extremely time consuming. I think there's a
Comment on
I'm going to turn to you guys. If there are
Can you speak up a bit? Louder, please.
Yeah. Hannah is in Potsdam. If you need help with that, you can get in contact with me. I can help you with that. If there is really a small section that does not have the possibility to upload their events and activities, you can get in contact with me either through the process team or through the social impact email address, and I will help you.
Thank you very much. Procedural there.
Yes, can you speak up?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Next question is from Maria ESN Konstanz. Does it mean that till now it is not obligatory to upload past events and activities?
Thank you for your question. Currently, it's not obligatory to upload any activities on activities.esn.org.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next question is from Marco, Mesa Munich. Why don't you bind events to the 6 courses in order to ensure variety?
I'm open for changing to make it like 6 events per semester for every course.
Thank you. Next question is from Svenja, HTV Dresden. Can you maybe have a call with the sections who are not aware of the website or know how to register their events?
Yes, I can make a call with these sections. Please contact me if you don't know these websites. My email is projects@esn-Germany, I think, .org. .de.
Thank you. Okay. Next question from Jonas Zimmermann, TU Dresden. What would be the deadline for uploading the activities?
As far as I would understand it, the end of a semester, as it's mandatory to upload 5 per semester. At the current proposal, it's the last day of the semester, but I think there's a long-related comment.
Oh, yes, sorry.
I can't read it that it must be the end of the semester, if it means per semester.
I can't hear you here, sorry.
I don't read out of such a proposal that it is the end of the semester. I just read that at an uncertain time you have to upload 5 for a semester.
Okay.
Another comment, Louis?
Yeah, also because semester depends which semester you are talking about or which university you are in.
Can you repeat that, please? Like, we didn't get what you said. Please repeat.
You can go because we don't specify the semester. It can be either add to the semester of each university where the semester is present, or any other semester.
Okay, thank you. Yes, next question from Jonas Zimmermann, TU Dresden. What would be the deadline for uploading the activities? Where would you say that, right? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Next question is from Gabriel. He's in Augsburg. Do you want to formulate that as a question?
No, it says comment in the front. So
Yeah, I know, but it's a question
I don't
now,
know.
so.
Okay. Then
Okay, I'm just going
just
to
later for the Dirk.
The event platform is a bad wording. Activities and a social impact measurement tool. Event platform could be confused with ERS or the EMS. I can't explain that, I'm sorry. Next question is from Marco, Mesa Munich. Does the event need to have a minimum requirement, like a picture or a minimum number of words?
No. I mean, I think there are some minimum things to fill out on the platform, but we have no additional requirements on top of the requirements of the website.
Thank you. Are there comment?
So I can put
Like, name and section, please.
Marco Mesa, I can put up and then I upload and that's it. Because I think the picture is not there, it's not mandatory. I mean, the platform, we know that it's not
Say something
so
another,
user
please.
friendly.
Yeah, like I think
Ollie AB.
Oliver AB, sorry. From my experience, the main there are a lot of things which are actually mandatory, like picture or like the number of participants and an event text and the course. So there are some mandatory fields there. So it's some work to do it. Yeah.
Any more questions? I would propose to close the speakers list then. Any objections? No. Okay, speakers list is closed. Thank you very much. Next up is the SOS proposal for the EGM.
So, everybody sit down. We can start again. So, like I will now present the SOS proposals for the EGM spot distribution working group. Just that you know, this was initiated after last NA in Frankfurt because there we had our initial proposal was approved for having a point system based spot distribution for the EGM. And afterwards, there were many people who were still unhappy, or had
ideas to improve it. So we created a working group. As you can see, there were 6 people from all over different sections who joined that, and in total we had like 3 calls where we like created this proposal and had some discussions on our Slack channels, and our goals were to add definitions for certain uncertainties which weren't clearly defined, and also we were in contact with Max, who like is this year the delegation leader and also saw some issues with like this year, and in total our goal was also to test the point system actually on like calculating some example points and improving that, and also we brainstormed some useful additions, and so we ended up with 3 SOS proposals. And the idea is that this is like only like our current state, and we will improve it in the future. So the working group will continue, and also like will put in the learnings that we will have now this time that we really use it the first time into some more proposals probably for the next NA. So the first proposals is basically like small extensions that are quite necessary that it work for this year, or that we define uncertainties. So first of all, we had the issue that we spoke about the national level, but it was never really defined what we think the national level is. Of course, there's a broader understanding, or you always say that, but like we really wrote it down that it's the national board, the audit board, the sharing team, the board supporters, or maybe in the future national coordinators and the regional coordinators. And for those boards also, the national board is responsible to creating like a priority list similar to the one that the sections are doing. Then the next one is like with the new sections. That was like that only like in the 12 months prior to the event, the sections that joined would be count as new sections, which we deemed unfair, because like the idea is if you've never been had the chance as a section to attend the EGM, you should get an extra spot at the like your first possible EGM. So we changed it that with like this, since like if you joined our association since the end of the registration period for the last EGM, then you are a new section. Then the next thing, which is like more making it future-proof. So we added a section about that, like if in the future new events come up, positions like come up, changed, or like also some positions where you get points are like changed a bit, that like it's that the delegation leader can easily adapt the system for that. An example would be, for example, that you get points for the network and update call, but beforehand it was called the CLR call. So this will, for example, be this year that to this paragraph you can easily put them together. And but like of course like this change needs to be communicated to you 20 days before like the end of the scoring period. And another thing was like we saw that like this we have the self-disclosure period that it that the timelines were too short there, so we wanted to increase it from 3 weeks to 4 weeks when it could start the earliest, and like also had something like that it wasn't written there that the reference date is of course like in for the positions is in the current year. So we added that, and another thing is like this year like this like evaluation or scoring period is like 1 year, and we set it initially to the 15th of December, but like this year we already need to have it earlier, so we like put in another paragraph that it can be moved earlier if the deadlines require that. And another thing is that we decided to also make it possible to remove the evaluation period and the reference date individually, since like we want the reference date for the positions to be not moved before the 1st December, because like that's the time that the new audit board and the new sharing team will start, and the idea is like with this event that we, and the point system, that we like don't like honor or want to have like the new people who are in this position to go to the EGM because they can get motivated, can learn there something, and not like the old ones. And of course, like again, this change needs to be communicated 21 days beforehand to use the sections. Then, like this, more like just like basically just little changes. Now we also looked at the point system and saw like some issues there that we wanted to address. First of all, like until now there was like only one spot for the NB guaranteed, and after some discussions we think it's so valid that there at least more people from the NB go there, since it's quite important. And the other thing is, if they don't go to this spot, they will need to go through the sections, and then it's like a fight if the section wants to send their president or like the people from the NB. Also, we saw like that the national level spots, we want to also improve that, because same, we want to have those members also there, and also like basically that the points for the network update calls and the quality insurance, which are like one of important tools in our network to like make sure that the sections are engaging on the national level, are like quite low. So we wanted to also improve there. So what did we do in the end? We decided that like have like 2 spots for the delegation lead now, and now 2 spots for the NB. And furthermore, we increased like from 1 spot for the national level to 3 spots. Keep in mind that at this point you already like have like 2 times both the sections get spots. So each section got already 2 spots, and so in total like there were like already 88 spots given to the sections, and then 3 more extra for the national level are like, I think, in a good relationship. Yeah. So, but of course, like since the national board got guaranteed spots, we decided to lower the spots for the points that you get if you have an NB member with you. So we will give them from 6 to 2 points. Then we would increase or change the system for the network and update calls. Until now it was like you get 1 point for 2 attendance per semester, but we want to have that you attend every call. So we give you 0.225 for each attended network and update call. So you can have up to 3 points per year, and we increase like the points for the quality insurance form and call to up to 3, but there it is like if you have multiple of those in a year, it will be divided. So, and we did then, like as already said, like some example, and this is like just like we try to have that. So don't those are still like numbers from August, but like there you can see we did some example calculation with like if you only do the stuff you can do from home, if you like participate in like all the national events, and if you like do more engage on the national level, you see like you still have, of course, a lot of possibilities to rank quite high. And last proposal is to have a success query for registrations. So we have the problem that registered people received spots in later rounds but don't want to go anymore. Because like, for example, because of money reasons, they don't have the time anymore. So that was quite complicated because we had to reallocate the spots, and it could be that we also lose spots through there because people don't react. So our idea was to have like before each round a status query of all registered people, so you would get email by the delegation lead, and you have to reply in 7 days, and well, until the deadline, which is at least 7 days. If you don't reply, your spot will be cancelled. Yeah, so as a summary, the first proposal is like small extensions there. We really need them, so I would really urge you to prove them. The second one is the rebalancing, and the third one is like this status query.
Thank you very much. So, question round again. First question is from June from ESN Hamburg. What happens if a person from the MB is part of 2 sections?
Like, we have written in there that you have to decide which is your main section. You can only get points for 1 section.
Thank you. Anyone who is typing, raise their hand. Yes, perfect, thank you. Like maybe if we have the time right now, like for the next question rounds, like I think there are no more question rounds, so it's just in general. You can also like start writing beforehand, it's open the whole time.
Yes, this is the last one.
Next question is from Julia Mesa. Are the extra sports taken away from other sections?
Which extra sports you mean exactly?
You said that you will give like an extra spot to the national board, for example. Where does this spot come from?
Like basically that means like, of course like a section will move down the line in the priority list. Like you have a priority, like go, like you set up a list like where like in the each, I think I go. Can we go back, maybe?
Yes.
To the one where we have the.
This one?
No, one more. Yeah, this. Okay. Like, of course, like in the beginning, here it's like these are the guaranteed spots, so every section gets one. I think, like I think at least we get like 2, 3 or 4 spots for the delegation or extra spots as Germany, so those would be then going to the delegation leader and to NB spots. Otherwise, if you don't have that they would directly go, for example, to the new sections. But then, otherwise, it would be like other more spots later on would go to the new sections.
Question answered? Yes. Okay, thank you. Next question is from Martin from ASN Tumi. For the order of the spot distribution, paragraph 9, 1 and 2 are switched compared to the PDF that was sent in the NA invitation. Is that on purpose?
No, that was like
Okay, so like on Martin, ESN Tumi, like on that slide compared to the PDF that was sent 1 and 2 are switched.
That was a mistake then.
Okay, thank you. Next question is from Jonas Zimmermann, TU Dresden. If a person has multiple positions, will they get for both positions points or just for the higher one?
For both positions.
Are there any more questions? No. I propose to close the speakers list then. Any objections? Speakers list is closed. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so don't run away yet. There are some announcements to be made. First, my announcement. Please be on time. Like it's really, like if we run late, it's like no one's happy about it. Right now, we made it in time again because we didn't have any questions apparently, which is, I don't know, unfortunate sort of because it's your chance to ask questions. But like, especially tomorrow, please be on time. If I say be here 1/4 past, be here 1/4 past, not start moving here 1/4 past, okay? Perfect, thank you very much. Next up is the OC announcement. Is the OC here yet? The person from the OC who wants to make the announcement. Person from the OC sitting back there, do you know where the other OC members who want to make the announcement after the question round are?
Just pay attention to the announcements in WhatsApp, there will be instructions later.
Okay, yes, you have something to say?
People from the community thing, from the reflection group, I mean, I know this is not the same. Please join group 5 because I don't have anyone there. Otherwise, there's no going to be reflection in here.
Okay, yes. So OC announcement, maybe we can do it later. The community time is following right after this, and then the official closing of the day takes place.
And after that, there are reflection groups. Like the reflection group should be linked now in the WhatsApp community. So you can look for your reflection group. Your names are listed with the names of and the numbers of your reflection group leaders in the agenda sheet. Like there's a special page. Is it called page in Excel? I don't know. Like, you know, where you find the agenda, there's another page. And there are all the names for the reflection groups. Check it there, join your reflection group, and please take it seriously. It's like a nice offer of the people who signed up to do that for you. And can I ask all the community time people to come in front and maybe introduce community time, what people can expect, who they need to go to? Oh yes, and also like before you leave with them, like everyone who has a voting device, please give them back to us. Like that's not optional. And you can collect them tomorrow morning again, be on time for that. We're still missing people for community time. Do you want to say something where the other, like because it's in me, right? Yes.
Yes. So community time is that wonderful time of the NA where you get to speak with people that are doing the same thing like in the first section. So for example, all of the lovely presidents are going to be with me in my community time. The vice presidents will be with Marco, treasurers with Santo, partnership managers,
and BFCs and treasurers and partnership managers both come to me.
Okay, nice. Sorry. Yeah, the event managers should be with Paula. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. IT managers with Saurabh, and if you don't have any of these positions or you have an ambiguous position or you are just an active member, you can decide to join the community time that you feel like it's going to be the most interesting one for you. Do I need to say anything else?
No, but where do you meet with them maybe? Like, because where can they find all those people? As they are not.
Yes.
Martin, yes, and Kumi, is there a community time for PR managers or communication managers?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Should be. Catherine. Yeah, with Catherine. You look for Catherine.
Are there any like where do you want people to
So, and people who like money, they just stay here and we'll walk together and find a room.
Event managers, we stay here.
Okay, so maybe just look for the people and there will be follow more information.
Come over
I
here.
hope
Yes.
so. Wait, not yet. I said stay here, not move. There's a procedural question. Yes, that's what I was asking, but apparently they're not here yet.
So unfortunately there was a slight problem that needed immediate solving, so a lot of the people from the MBA very generously offered their time to fix the problem, so they are currently doing that and they should be here any minute.
Is there like, okay,
Now.
they're back. Perfect.
Yes,
They're here.
great.
Amazing.
So now we have the people.
Okay, community and leaders
So
here.
So
Are we? Yeah. Okay.
What is there?
So, first, everyone who has